you can't even get it. Max hardcore Iron Man, and we didn't even die to fire twice. Only once were we bested by fire. Charge! Balls! I teleported! What? That's small. Boom! Oh my god! What the fuck? I'm critting. That's it. Done. Let's go! Yes! That's an 80 solo. Done. Woo! Dude! Did I win? Yes! Let's freaking go, dude! That is a level 78 combat Zuck Cape completed. There we freaking go, dude. That's the record. Let's go, dude. Oh, that was so sick. Come on, that was so sick. We're going to the bone zone, baby. We ball. Do you think there's an increased drop chance if you kill him with the cores? Oh! This one's for the believers. Here we go. Yes! Oh my god! For the believers! Yes! Let's go! Eldritch crossbow done! For the believers! Rise up! We're green! Let's go, dude. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yes, let's go! Let's freaking go, dude! Yes! Okay, back to the G! Quick! All right, ready? 3, 2, done! Yes! Boom! It's done! We are tall and bowly, baby! Yes! We did it! We did it! We got the Sarah combo! Yes, dude! Necromancy is a brand new combat style, released into RuneScape on August 7th, 2023. You get both of these in one tickle sub. Done. Go. Done. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You can go. Good morning, gamers. I want you guys to know that the end of the intro where I'm pushing Pippin away literally just happened IRL too. Because you guys might have remember it from the past, but I have this big tower light that is probably 5 or 6 feet tall. And right within 5 seconds of me hitting my start stream button, Pippin decided to jump full force into it, send it crashing to the floor, breaking into at least 5 or 6 pre-assembly pieces. So yeah, Pippin has been preemptively deported. And instead of using a light to light my face, we're now, I just open a window. I think it'll work. Hi, Lenara. Thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate it. Nevin, what's good? Yeoman, what's good? Octon Kick, how are you doing? Sahel, welcome. Guardian, what's good? Internet, what's good? Sona, how are you doing? You think this guy actually is farming? I do. I'm a farmer. What are you talking about? Also, you may notice I'm not wearing glasses today. I'm trying contacts. I've done this before, and it never ends well because I cannot see, and I hate it. But apparently, and someone in chat can tell me if this is a cope or not, but apparently it doesn't take that long to get used to contacts, so you kind of just need to get over it for a bit. So I thought I would at least start that process today. And hey, if at any point I'm not feeling it, I'll just get rid of them. Good to go. You're not 99 farming after 6 months? What? Sorry, I'm a competitive group Ironman with an actual difficult rule set. Oh my god, this seed change. Oh man. That is crazy. I will say this. I'm not gonna lie. I saw people complaining about the seed change and getting mad about it. I have an opinion about that, and I don't want to get in trouble here. I think the seed change is good, and at absolute worst, it's fine. They look better. You can actually tell what seed is what. Obviously, you need to learn what they are now because they all look different. But yeah, anyway, I saw some people that were like literally flaming JMods because of the seed change. And I was like, what is wrong with you? That's insane. First off, it's an accessibility feature for visually impaired individuals and it helps. But two, brother, it's the change of a color of a seed. It's not... there's a lesson that I learned at a very young age. I learned this as a child. And growing up, and I think it's a very important, valuable lesson. You need to pick your battles. You need to... Because here's the thing. If you go guns blazing on the seed change, and then next week you go equally guns blazing when every single boss in RuneScape gets nerfed to the ground or whatever, like something crazy happens, they're going to be interpreted as the same. So you're like, okay, so they overreacted to the seed thing, so I guess this is like the same level. You can't... Don't fire the bazooka for... for the color of some seeds were changed. Your brain needs to get used to them. Yeah, my problem is I currently can't read. It feels really, really weird to me. Like, I genuinely can barely see chat. Show us the herbs. They look good. Yeah, I will. I mean, I want to finish my herb run first, though. And then we can do it. Seems like better. Herbs also look better. They're not all the same color. Slightly colorblind, so it helps a little. Yeah. I really like the bloodweeds. Look at the red. The deep red. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hi, Ryan in chat. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Also, just so you guys know, the plan for today is I'm going to do like 3 or 4 hours of hard mode Nakatra. I'm planning a day of some good old solo content today, just because I feel like it. I'm pretty tired. I had a very early start today. I kind of want to chill with Twitch chat, hang out with you guys, see how everyone's doing, all that good stuff. It's weird seeing other glasses. Yeah, part of what brought me into wearing contacts too, like part of what brought this on, I'm not gonna lie, is I was working on the Hardcore Ironman movie, which is basically just every Hardcore Ironman episode stitched together, but cutting out like outros basically, and ad reads obviously too. And it is 14 hours of straight content. And I think it was like episode 14 was before I was a glasses user. And then episode 15, I immediately felt like I aged 7 years. You know, and y'all have been calling me Unk already, which doesn't help, by the way. So I was like, all right, maybe we should see how the contacts go. Did you put chill and hard mode saying the same sentence? Yeah, well, the trick is I don't care if I die. So it makes it really easy. The director's cut. So I don't think I'm going to do a re-edit. Like, I don't think I'm going to remove stuff. But I actually, it's a good question to ask. Would you guys want me to recut stuff? If there's like segments that I don't like or I don't feel fit the series or whatever else. Because especially in the early episodes, it was basically like stream highlights. And that was it. So maybe I could actually recut some stuff. How much ping do I have on the servers I play on? I think right now like 30 or 40. Dude, I went to Jagex, and when I snuck into Jagex HQ, the ping on every world is 0. Can you believe it? 0 ping. It was almost like my character was reacting faster than my brain would work. It was so good. Make it as linear as possible would be my preference. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some bouncing around, but especially the first probably 10-ish episodes before Editor Nathan, the episodes didn't have as much direction because it was very much about get them out as quickly as humanly possible. So, yeah, anyway. Maybe I'll do some re-editing, actually. I'll cut some stuff. I think it's good to do a daily route, even if you're not an Ironman. It's really good money. I mean, a daily run takes 10 minutes, probably makes you like 6 mil. You do it every day, you've literally got a bond. Like, genuinely, you can make a bond from doing dailies every day. So, yeah, I would say it's probably smart to do a daily run. I don't think it's a bad thing. How many McDonald's fries can you fit your mouth at once? I don't know. You know, I talk a big talk. I've called myself the Guzzle Goat before, but I don't know. Maybe I'm like a fraud. I don't think I'm him for that. Also, I went for a run yesterday morning before stream, and it looks like one of the muscles in the top of my right quad has gotten completely and utterly bungled. I don't know how I did it, but I spent like an hour stretching today. And after stream, basically the second I got up after my stream, I was like, oh, that doesn't feel good, hobbling around the rest of the night. So unfortunate forced rest day today. We're going out again tomorrow though. We'll see what happens. There we go. But yeah, welcome everyone. I hope everyone is having an awesome, awesome day so far. I'm missing Priff. Yes. And then I'll do more Kellos too. I'm planning Avados, by the way, because I'm basically out of Adren pots. I'm actually completely out of Adren pots. And I don't even have the level to make Adren pots. I do have Avantos, and I put some in group storage, but basically, at some point, if they turn into Adren pots, that'd be really good for me, because I only have enough for like an hour of PVM. So, yeah. Anyway, part of the plan. Rest up. So here's the problem. The half marathon's in like 3 weeks. So I can't really fully rest up, but we'll see what we can do. I also had a doctor's appointment today, and I'm getting, apparently, do you guys know this? Asthma technology has advanced. When I was like growing up, it was always, you have Ventolin and you have Flovent. And those are like the two things that you can do for asthma. And I got prescribed today. What's it called? A Symbicort inhaler. What is that? Bro, I feel like that sounds like cheating, you know? Like whatever that is, Mod Sponge should nerf it to me. What is the what? I need some friends to do some combat achievements. So something we talked about in Discord earlier today that I actually really want to do, and you guys can hold me to this, you guys can bug me about this. I want to figure out, and maybe I need to like get someone involved in web dev to make this work really seamlessly. But basically, I would love to do a stream maybe once every 2 weeks where people can sign up, give me your RSN, make sure you've added me, let me know what combat achievement you're trying to get done that's a group one, and I'll just help you with it. And I could have a list of like 20 different ones that you could pick from. Would that be like wanted? So I wouldn't necessarily go on voice chat with people. Like it wouldn't be really a teaching session. It would just be me helping out with combat achievements. Because, yeah, I thought it'd be pretty fun, potentially. Oh, crap, you're on Symbi? Well, I'm not on it now. I don't know what it does yet. I haven't picked it up yet. Also, as a man without insurance, oh my god, the cost of everything is crazy. It's like, guys, I just want to be able to breathe. Literally hundreds of dollars for breathing. It's so unlucky, dude. Who knew? Would it be tied to subs or open for all? I would make it open for all, I think. I make it open for all, but then during the entire like carry, I'd guilt people into dropping a Prime sub. I think that makes the most sense, because then at the end they feel like they owe me. And then I can leverage that into years and years of subs. And then I can sustain myself and my family forever. What do you guys think? Wait, did I say that out loud? What I meant to say was, out of the goodness of my heart, I would love to do it. No, in all seriousness, I would make it open to everybody. I don't care. Also, that is 96 farming coming in. Let's go. Wait. Just in time for godly grapevines? I think I already have a ton of wine. Well, I can't click. Wine 80 and then... Great. Wait, should I check out the new grapevine update? What do I need? What do I bring? Oh my god, my clicks are going to be so bad today. I literally can't see. It's not good. Could whip it up real quick? Here, wait, I'm gonna make a note to ask you about that, actually. Yeah, because the biggest thing for me is I would want to do it in a way that I could do it smoothly. Like, it doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to be a sign up, a queue, and then... Yeah. And then I could just go down the list. Subs get intercepts. Yeah, imagine the heat of battle. Nakatra's blasting. But you didn't sub, so no sept. I'm mostly kidding, but that would be pretty it'd be pretty funny. No, I'm definitely kidding. Chat, I think I'm gonna do effigy incubator. Buying oxygen 50k. Maybe I need to. For some competitions, you need to kind of know what you're doing before starting to. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, could be fun. So cool, great idea. Okay, yeah, so maybe we do that this weekend. Be better off having a Discord channel. See, here's the thing. The goal is to like alienate as few people as possible. And the second I have a Discord channel that requires a phone number, like people are less likely to, you know? And then also it means that people are making their RSNs public, which I don't know, maybe they don't care about, but maybe they don't want them in it. I don't know. Maybe what I'm describing is a Google form. I've had one for years. It's good. Yeah. I might get a PR the half marathon. Interesting. When instead of doing one person saying something, you say like, this week we're doing Yaka GM. I think for the big group ones, I would have to do it like that. Because it would be, yeah, such a big, like, for a big group activity, right there with you. I think for small team stuff, it would likely end up being the same few. But I think it would make sense to, like, just me and maybe one other person on standby for some of the group ones. And then we just do it like that. But yeah, definitely, like, something to iterate upon. Yeah. I don't think I would want to do the same boss over and over again for a whole week, though. I think it'd probably be more fun to watch if people were just kind of signing up, and then I would help them with whatever they needed. I shoot penguins. I actually don't think I've done penguins this week. I'm a terrible person. I also cannot stress enough how much I genuinely can't see right now. It's not good. Private channel is hidden behind a roll, and people take the roll if they want, but also accept that other people with said roll could see it. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the actual answer is I know a lot of other games have people that do that, like do like carries for achievements or whatever it is. I would just need to figure out what format other people use. That's probably the best bet. AOD GM incoming? Yeah, no, it'd have to be limited to like a drop-down menu. What are you looking for? But yeah, welcome everyone. How's everyone doing today? Happy Tuesday. Happy update day. Was there anything on the patch you guys liked or didn't like? I definitely want to check out grapevine farming because I know it got changed today. And I think Mud Sponge QL'd it like crazy. Can I log it into your solo hardwood rockwall rotations? For a price? No, the actual answer is definitely not. I lack the competency and the time. Color changes are dope. Yeah, dude. The first thing I saw when I woke up today was a player flaming flaming the JMod who did it on Twitter and calling it a waste of time. And I was like, guys, it's not that deep. But anyway, that was my like I'm going back to bed moment. Woke up, rolled over, turned off my alarm, opened up Twitter, saw that, and I was like, oh man. But I had a 6 a.m. meeting, so I wasn't allowed to go back to bed. But I could have to build frames for grapes every time. It's so cool. Oh, do I just build it once? Ooh. Yeah, Herbie Color's a waste of time. Should have made raids too. Yeah. And I actually don't think this happens often. It's very rare. And I'm also guilty of doing this too in my past criticisms. And I'll happily own that and say, this is a me problem too. But in the past, when something came out, and this is also why every old school poll about PvP fails, by the way. In the past, when something would come out that like, I didn't personally think was the best use of time. Not this is a net negative, but this isn't the biggest positive it could be. I would kind of flame it or feel like this is bad because it's not this other thing. And I think in my old age, I've come to the realization that that way of thinking can literally apply to everything in the world. I don't know that it's a valid criticism. Is this thing is bad because it wasn't this thing? Unless they're like related, you know? But yeah, anyway, that's some wisdom from old me. It's like, yeah, if you ask me what the most important update in RuneScape could have been, or like if I had a dev handy, like, you know, what I would want done, like, no, of course it's not. Of course it's not the color of herbs, but that doesn't make it a failure or like a bad idea. Okay, pro loot cream, WODS help. This is the greatest update of the year. That's more like it. No, I will say it is always funny because, yeah, like, once again, I'm guilty of having done it too, but no, I mean, I also think that's kind of the whole point of Game Jam is people get to work on what they're passionate about or what they want to work on. That's kind of the whole point. Man, that's why, bro, I think we need more mods. I'm not going to lie. I said mods and no one came to my defense. Where are the White Knights? Don't say If you say Falador, I need double the mods. Did I do it? I did it. That's the other thing too about like Game Jam specific is like Game Jam a lot of the time is people doing investigations into new types of content that they've never made before. So I'll give you an example. This farming update that came today, like the rejuvenation of the grapes and the addition of the new grapes, all that stuff. I believe that started with a Mod Sponge Game Jam from like a long time ago. At a time that he wasn't a skilling content developer whatsoever. It was a, I wonder what it'd be like if I tackled a skilling thing. Let's see what happens. And then now he's refined it and it came out into the game. And now he also knows that he's able to do skilling updates too now, which is cool. Like, it's a way to build on your own skill set. That's the wording I'm looking for. I like don't get a game jam / didn't get a game jam when I was a mod, obviously, because the CM team still has to communicate, obviously. But yeah, I always found it really cool seeing people like maybe someone who was like in QA making like a quest or making a, you know what I mean? Like it's really, really good from that standpoint. Make everyone a mod except Gupard. I'm telling you right now, Gupard is going to become a mod at some point. I'm not looking forward to it. Like, it's not a thing that I want to happen. It's just a thing that I don't know. It's hard to describe. I just feel like it's going to happen at some point. Chat, if I were to plant a grape, I'd go to Yanil, right? Is it planks? Surely it's mahogany planks. I'm going to Yanil. Sorry, King, I was editing. Thank you for your editing, Nathan. It's in Sears? Hops in Olympian and Trana and Sears, right? I was looking for grape. Wait, it's not a grapevine patch, it's a hops patch? Okay. What is the goal for today? Goal for today is to honestly have fun and chill with chat. Okay, so is that it? Ultra compost, and then I just use the seeds. What is that? Wait. Why did they get auto watered? Wait, I didn't do that, did I? I don't think I did that. All right, I know where the second one is too. It's over this way. Wait, there's one in lumber. It's my farming outfit. Oh. Dude, I saw something in the patch today. Actually, let me pull up the patch. Y'all ever just, like, every so often, there's a patch in the patch notes, and it's like, you no longer take an 100k damage hit when using a bronze scimitar on an anti-dragon shield. And you go, what the hell, Chief? There was one of those in the patch today. Hold up. Let me find it. Reeds and grapevines are no longer more likely to get diseased when watered. Brother, for 12 years? I actually love that. I love that was... Sometimes I wish Montezana was less honest. Like, the devs passed Azana the list of patches, and I kind of wish Azana was like, you know what? And then the other one, too, is you can tell Montezana's getting more and more unhinged as the news post proceeds. Actually, first off, thank you so much, Kochi, for the sub. I really appreciate it. And actually, I am going to mod you. You actually do deserve it. I really appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care. Thank you for the sub. This one was so funny. Let me find it. Fixed a bug where players couldn't get multiple Ranar seeds from Miscellanea. Okay, brutal. This one. Made various improvements to the farming code. This is more of an internal thing, but seriously, Sponge is doing the Lord's work. Anyway, that is why Montezana is my goat. That's so funny. Bro, why is my whole invent full of jute? That will fix skilling economy. Wait, which one? The grape thing? I mean, I actually, like, it's probably insanely good money to do farm runs. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's because of the seed update, but a lot of people use overloads. Those overloads had to have been grown from someone. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked. All right, so we build that. How long do these bad boys take to grow, by the way? Anybody know? I know I could, like, Google it or something, but I have a Twitch chat at my disposal. You guys are so skilled at knowing things. Wiki hops patch. Well, I said also years ago, farming code is intertwined with brewing codes. If you turn off brewing, crops cannot grow. I mean, it's just like reality. If farmers didn't have access to beer, they wouldn't be able to farm. That makes sense to me. 80 minutes. I got 80 minutes, 2 hours, an hour 20, 4 days. That is a lot of time. Isn't that the transparency we want? Yeah, no. It's absolutely a good thing. Without a doubt. Okay, I'm not going to Intrana. It's north of Lumbridge Farm. Cool. To Lumbridge. But yeah, no. I was definitely like, yeah. Good patch, good patch. I will say, and I know this like will ebb and flow, and there's going to be another controversy like within 2 weeks because I've said this, but communication has felt like it's been pretty good of late. Wait, I went the wrong way. Oh, dude. It's so obvious that it bends to the left, and still, I run right. Come do penguins? Wait, are you currently doing penguins? Like, you want me to join you at penguins? I was gonna do Nakatra, but, you know. Half the herb icons look like puke now? Ooh, that's a hot take. I was just applauding the seeds, but I haven't checked the herbs. Uh-oh. Oh boy, all right, I'm checking the herbs right now. Okay. I'm going to the herb zone. Let's see it. I'm not gonna lie, these look the same or better than before. They just look easier to visually discern. Maybe the clean ones look bad? Uh-oh. Clean. I actually really like them. I'm sorry. I feel like it's easier to tell what they are. Like, bloodweed is the red blood one. That's gonna be a that's gonna be a dwarf weed, right? Yeah, because it's like the same as before. Like, it'll take some time to get used to it, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I know people have been very opinionated about it, and people have been very upset about it. Some people have. I think it's just a good change. I'm not gonna lie. Do I have any catentines? I have catentine seeds. Are they yellow? Okay. Do we not like yellow? You look very different without glasses. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. It looks like a herb to me. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. You forgot the Entrada hops patch. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't doing all that. I am gonna yeet all my pyroclast into here though. Prayer powder not being cleared on death is amazing. Yeah. Dude, some stuff like that, I just like... I wish it didn't take that long to become a thing. Like, that's definitely a frequent gripe of mine, but I do get it. Like, I put it this way. I'm glad it's a thing now. I'm also just like, I wish, you know? The same when all the Divine Wisps were changed a few years ago. Were they? Ooh. I don't remember that. Don't want to bring it up yet, but did you and Legos talk? What? We talked during the stream yesterday. Like, yeah. That was sorted a long time ago. Yeah, we just had a misunderstanding. Yeah, I think what we've learned, though, like, in general, is any kind of agitation situation that is going to happen when you're dealing with groups of people for prolonged amounts of time, just handle it off stream. Like, I think Legos did the perfect thing to leave and take a walk, and then I left, and I took a brief pause, and like, yeah, I don't know. Nothing burger. Try to follow Rule 4 and be kind to others, but are you watching any more playoff hockey this year? I will probably be watching a couple of teams, yeah. I'm going to watch the Stars, and I'm going to watch the Oilers. So, a little bit. Another one. Thank you, Batman Sub, for the sub. I appreciate it. That's very, very kind of you. I finally realized why you look different. Oh, did you notice that I cut my beard today? Oh, thank you. I was hoping someone was going to notice that. It took like a good amount of time, too. It was getting a little long. So, I actually, yeah, really appreciate that. Can I ask my playoff hockey question again? Sure. Oh, because you got an ad break. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm going to be watching the Stars and the Oilers. Probably. Yeah, welcome back from Adland. And yeah, Batman Sub, thank you so much for the 9 months. I really appreciate it. Any other matchups? Nah, probably not. My problem with hockey, though, is that I love the sport of hockey so much that, like, if I commit myself to every series, I just will watch... I'll watch hockey every night for 4 hours, and I do not presently have time for that. But yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize the Div Wisps were changed. I also love... Stream starts, Ryan talks about how he's getting used to contacts, and he literally can't see anything and everything is blurry. And then Ryan claps back at the people who were mad about the color change of different herbs and seeds. It is very possible, and I've just realized this now, that I just can't see them properly. Nah, surely not. Surely that's not what it is. Thank you to the Lord for 100% Zammy Guide. Thanks to you, I can do Zammy on mobile. Wait, really? You're doing Zammy on mobile? That's actually kind of impressive. That is actually giga-juiced. And I am very proud of you. Surely next year my team won't lose to the Oilers in round 1 for the 5th year in a row. Oh, no. Yeah, that's just... You know who I felt the worst for there? I felt the worst for the, whatever, the general... Was it the general manager that got fired? I'm sure he was like, what do you want me to do, bro? How is this at all my fault? Are the potions different colors? It looks like it. Whoa. Yeah. Wow. Not like, wow, like I'm flabbergasted, but like that's actually like that's a bigger update than I was expecting. I know that's insane to say, but I don't know. Oh my god. Wait. You know the whole thing where it's like, is it a necromancy potion? Is it a prayer potion? I think we can all add the Avanto potion into that discussion now. Wait, so it's Avanto and it's more Meyer fungus? Yes, I'm making my own inventive apots because I don't want to trouble people and I'm happy using them for now. Is it a super energy or a super restore? Hi, Nalia. How are you doing? Happy Update Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. How many apots do I use? Every run I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 10 runs. Okay, yeah, that's enough. Now, the part I'm not very happy about. We need to spice up our lives. Do magic and necro and summoning pots still look the same? Probably. I'm just going to assume I don't have all of the potions to do the full range of testing, but my suspicion would be yes. 84 Herblore, big. Is the progress link updated today? It is not. I'm missing the occultist ring and I'm missing a third of a bulg, and I apologize for that. I will have it up to date for tomorrow. I bungled it a little bit. There we go. Also, kind of, I mean, I'm not going to call this monumental, but this is actually my first APOT being made on the group Ironman. I definitely don't have the level to make replens though, unfortunately, so. We'll be using normal APOTs. It's more just that it's like more efficient to do replens. Are we 1/3 of the way or 2/3 of the way to a bulk? We're only 1/3 of the way. That will change over time though. And then, actually that reminds me, I might not even have all the dungeoneering scrolls. Which is slightly embarrassing, but it is a truth, so. If I'm going to be making some of my own potions and not just relying on pup, maybe I should buy some stuff. Okay, maybe I do have them. Yeah, I think I do. Interesting. All right. Wait, chat, thoughts on me getting a dungeoneering level really quick? I'm so doing it. That is level 85 dungeoneering. Look at me go. We can finally do frost dragons. Did I get reusable contacts or the ones daily? So I'm still on like sampler contacts. I got sampler contacts like 2 years ago when I first got glasses because I didn't want to wear glasses every day. But I had such a rough time getting used to them and my eyes were so irritated that I kind of just said, screw it, I'd rather wear glasses. And now that people have started calling me Unk, I've changed my mind. I'm giving it another crack. So yeah, I'm still using like sample contacts. I'm probably going to rotate a couple different brands too. Just to like figure out what kind I like. But yeah, these are the disposable ones. All right, team. Are we ready for some Sanctum of Rebirth? What do we think? I'm going to decant those. I'm going to decant those. Oh my god, I literally had low-dose apots too. That's really funny. What a skill issue. Congrats on Frost Dragons, thank you. I feel like the most of you are the ones you quickly forget it was different at some point, like Death Goss, Hardcore Zizmus items. Yeah, there have been some bangers. Dude, I mean, I could probably admit this now, because like I have no idea if this had anything to do with the changes. Like I actually have absolutely no idea to Hardcore Ironman deaths. But I remember I was sitting on a flight back from... I was flying from Iceland to Minneapolis to visit my wife. after after the necromancy playtest. Yes, after the necromancy playtest. And I actually sent and did a full write-up of how stupid the hardcore Ironman death cost system was. And I sent it to every JMod that would listen to me. And basically what I did is I took my current hardcore and I tabulated what the death cost was in terms of GP cost with relation to like the value of your time and how much of a setback it is to arbitrarily lose your gear and how much a deterrent it is to the game mode. And actually, wait, I wonder if I still have my notes on my phone. Let me see if I can find it. Because the number I came up with was absolutely insane. Hold up. The number I came up with, and like it wasn't like I showed my work. It wasn't like a BS number. It was just like definitely pretty like I was really I was trying to make the point that it wasn't close to reasonable. Hardcore. I don't know if this is in scope at all, but as a possible game jam thing, is there any chance someone would be able to take a look at the hardcore Ironman death system? As it currently stands, most hardcores suicide as soon as they reach the endgame because dying to a DC or in general means skipping the reclaim system and losing what is usually hundreds of hours of gear and items, even if you have extra lives. There's also no way to choose which items you like to protect, and there's some weird interactions where the game will protect lower tier, less expensive item over something like an EOF, and certain dies will take items off the protected list. Old school has a much better model. Yada yada yada, continues on. This was the crazy one. The current hardcore death system turns a lot of people away from the game mode, and it's not worth the risk to play hardcore mode. As an example, if I were to die on my hardcore right now, I would retain my status because I have an extra life, but I would lose 300 hours of gear progression, which is the current equivalent of 45 billion GP in terms of hours lost. Yeah, anyway. That was a thing. I sent that to everyone who would listen. Did it work? I mean, the note was from June 27th, 2023. When was the change? Hardcore Ironman death change. RS3. When was the change? August 2023. Wait. Chat, did I cook? Maybe I cooked. Yeah, the beauty of it is there's no way to know if it had anything to do with me. But within 60 days? Yeah, no, it probably didn't have anything to do with me, but wait, am I Airman? No, this is this Airman or Waterman? Wait, that better not be Airman. I think that's Airman. What? Why was that Airman? Because Airman doesn't work. Like, Airman doesn't do any damage. Actually scammed. But yeah, anyway. I just think it's funny. Yeah, I was literally sitting on an Iceland Air flight home from Necromancy. From the Necromancy playtest. I will also say that is probably the first time I've done that. Just like do a write-up and send it to all who will listen. Not a frequent thing. But I do think all things considered. Yeah, mostly just because like I don't want to be annoying. Fortunately now, like I feel like I need to do that a little less. Oh, I'm getting blasted. What in the world? Huh. Oh my god. Dude, can someone help me tame the worm? What is going on? Also, shout out to Yo Man, because he was gonna log on and play RuneScape, and then I asked him if he could have the Grim, and then if I could have the Grim, and he was like, oh, I was gonna use it, and I was like, oh, then you take it, don't worry, I don't need the Grim. And then he was like, no, you should have it, I'll play later. And I was like, oh, I've already signed, by the way. Also at Sanctum, I'm 1 drop away from title, just so you guys know. Airman blows? He does blow. Can we talk about your last 4 stream titles had an opening bracket and no closing one? You know what's crazy? I'm gonna fix that right now. Wait. Oh yeah. No? Wait. Update Tuesday. Did I change my... No. Farming Drip PV. Open, close. No, we're good. Did you just gaslight me? That's crazy. I think it's fine. Oh, my last 4, not this one. Ah, that's less good. Wait, is that actually Yo Man? Did Yo Man have like a mullet at some point? I wish I knew Yo Man back then, in the mullet days. I feel like we would have been good friends. Hello, Legos. Welcome to the Sanctum. Welcome to Rebirth. I just got a double G-Conk. And I still don't have enough Adren to use a good ability. Nah, it's actually blasting time. Wild Magic. Double Wild Magic. Ibon Blast that I don't usually get to use here because I usually have a Gothic Staff. I actually can't wait for Pup to do his Giga Kluwer arc. I think I would probably... Oops, I bungled that. I would probably be open to a second EOF so that I could blast off Angie Staff. There's also nothing stopping me from just doing easy clues, but I don't think it's like that important. You know, it's not important enough for me to be worth me doing, but it would improve my life. Also, apologies in advance if I die a lot. Like I genuinely cannot see because of these contacts. But I'm putting myself through it for the good of double Omni power. No, for the good of learning. I don't want to live my entire life never being able to wear contacts because I didn't just go through like a bad week of trying contacts, you know? Wait, I'm kind of cooking. What's up, Brian? Hello, Tashi. Welcome, welcome. How is your day going so far? Don't you mean gas lamp? No. It's okay. Maybe that was a good one. That was a good relic of the past. I miss the gas lamping days. If you guys don't know about that arc, basically what we did is I would gaslight people into thinking that it was never gaslight, it was gas lamp the whole time. But in doing that, it was a form of gaslighting. Pretty fun. Did someone say lamp? Oh no. Get your moths away. Please. Did I win? Nope. Shouldn't you say, instead of farming enjoyer, say airman blower? No, I'm not an airman blower. It's not like... That makes it sound like I blew the airman. No, I don't like the... When you use meta with an air spell, that's the thing that I don't... Okay. Clearly we've gone off on the wrong foot here. What drop are they in for title? I need the book. The not the scripture, but the Codex of Divine Rage. Would you say easy clues are the best portraits? It's not even like an opinion thing. It is a fact. It is a thing. It is a thing. LASIK is pretty rad. Yeah, so the thing with my eyes is like, I definitely am not a candidate for LASIK because my vision is almost 20/20. The problem is when I'm at my computer, like I have a very low prescription, but if I don't wear that low prescription, what happens is my eyes get fatigued and I get a headache. So there was like a period of like 6 or 7 months before I thought to go to the optometrist where I just couldn't stream for more than 3 hours before my head would just start pounding. So I don't really need LASIK. You wear glass top with your dyslexia. Does that help a lot? Because I also know there are like, I've been kind of looking into content accessibility stuff a little bit too. I also know there are things like dyslexia glasses. And sorry, not dyslexia glasses. Things like dyslexia fonts that are like specifically made in such a way that the letters get less scrambled eggsy. He's got blue lenses. Notice less heavy eyes already. Nice. Yeah, my like existing glasses. I mean, I think the actual solution is like, I think I just want new glasses, possibly. You know, maybe we change up the look. You're negative 0.75 and negative 1.5. I think I'm -1 on one eye and negative 0.75 on the other. Like, it's the babiest prescription in the universe. But if I don't have my glasses, I literally just insta get a headache. Stick of accessibility. If you add closed caption to stream, I can make fun things. Okay. I'm open to fun things. I thought I used to have closed captions. I'm surprised I don't, like, presently have them, to be honest. This is so precarious. Oh man, it's scary. Okay, we're good. Double wild magic? Holy moly. That's why I'll never have perfect Sanctum. I can't help it. Although, actually, VIP potting there was bad because I was going to do this, and now I probably can't take a hit. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake. That's okay, though. Get the movement. Nice. Comic Sans is less dyslexia friendly? Really? Is that what it was made for? Or does it just like happen to be one? Because if it was made for that, that actually kind of feels bad a bit. Shard? I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one. Don't you even worry. Do not fear. Shard Bearer is here. Maybe. 1020 vision, 2x better than 2020. Can't relate. Wow, so you're just like the vision guy. Yeah, I don't know what did my eyes in a little bit. I'm assuming probably something related to the 14 hours in front of a screen for 12 years every day, but I don't know. I don't think we'll ever really know. It's just so inconclusive, you know? Got multiple odes, you use them as flanking chroming. So we already have all of the wands and all the orbs we would need. My chroming is a seismic sing. I could make it an ode, but because they're not dyeable, I know myself too well, and I know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna accidentally do half a boss kill with chroming on, and that'll be like a net negative in damage. So I don't really want that, I don't think. Even though it would work. Okay, so I got crocodile, deer. Very good. All right, let's go. Hit the sunshine. I'm gonna try to use a bleed there before I Nami and Fasoa, and I want to see if that gives me a little more juice to play with. Kinda, yeah. Not my best work. That's okay. Do you guys get drops from this boss? I haven't lately, but I think I'm capable of getting drops from this boss. Definitely. Okay, I got person sitting and La Monkey. Already winning. Hi, Lix. Thank you for the 74 months. I really appreciate it. Person sitting monkey. Wait, do you guys think that the hourglass represents it being time for me to get a drop? What do you guys think? Maybe it represents time for me to die. You know, because like death's hourglass symbolism. It's possible. All right, what do you got for me, boss? Nothing is crazy. I can't believe it. I'm not going to say that's egregious, though, because Pup will bully me. You know what? I got a page. Page? Pretty rare drop. Oh, I have a Nakatra Reaper. Nice. Yo, Ryan, what's up? Hello, Zion. What's good? Welcome in. You need Pup for a drop? I will say, I appreciate Pup's openness to duo this boss with me, but it's definitely a better solo boss. It definitely is. Keslam log completion incoming? I'm in. Oh man, but then what title do I put on? If I get the title from this place, what do you guys think? Do I become a Nakatra titler, or do I really want to rescind my creator title? You have to think, I had to commit crimes to get the creator title. Did I have to commit any crimes at Nakatra? Not really. I mean, I wore a lot of Crypt Bloom. I don't know if that counts. I wish they'd make it less terrible to do in a group. I am unironically pretty sure that it is like in a to-do list somewhere. Like it's on the list of things that people want to address. That is the beautiful thing, though, of the current state of the games industry is, in general, no one has time for extra stuff most of the time. A lot of the time, anyway. Which is too bad, but that is also, like, That is the most industry-wide thing ever. Oh my goodness, bro. I'm just guzzling food. Oh no. I'm hit. I'm hit. Can I kill the boss, please? That'd be pretty cool. Prayer flick. Ooh. Ooh. I'm devoing. I'm not doing this, dude. That's crazy. All right. Boss died. I didn't. You have aura. Of course, rock the title, the aura, and the pet. Okay, here's the thing about the Devour aura. I think I said yesterday that I was like, oh, it's so cool. Like, it works really well tectonic, but I don't know. I can't tell if it works well or if it clashes. Because it's kind of like, you know, if you wear like, imagine you wear like cyan shorts and a cyan shirt and they're the same shade of cyan. It's like, okay, this person is color coordinated, pretty punchy colors, pretty cool. But if you wore like two different cyans, but they were different, like they were noticeably different, it would, instead of looking good and cool, it would look bad and not cool. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting. What? Let me out. Let me out! Oh my god. Everything's fine, chat. Now we're cooking now. I don't have any sunshine. Yeah, I mean, so I would assume this isn't like a known thing, obviously. Just based on my experience and the way that things are like triaged, I would guess, if I were to guess, Vorkath would not be on the same list as Group Sanctum. I think there's a fundamental difference between the two, which is that Sanctum is a really good piece of content that is widely enjoyed. People just elect to solo more than group, which is like arguably that's okay, right? In which case, making the Sanctum more groupable is not a necessity, it's a nice to have. Whereas Vorkath, I think people have a strong disdain for the boss. A ton of people will not touch it within a 150-foot pole. And when they do touch it, they have the worst time of their life. Based on that, I would guess that Vorkath is looked upon differently. If it were me anyway, Vorkath would be in a very different pile. It's not really like a nice to have to make Vorkath a more functional boss. It's like this is a core part of our game, and yeah. I think they're different. But yeah, I think it's like pretty inarguable at this point that Vorkath needs some help. Nice. Good little kill. Any titles scrolling in perfectly? Nope. But if whenever I scroll in, when it's time for like the loot thing to pop up, I'm just imagining an edit with Nathan with like a riser. Like, you know, like the sound that comes up, like the swingy sound as you're like getting hyped. It's like the deep breath. It'd be perfect. Am I the only person that really enjoyed Hardcore Vorkath hardcore, by the way? That's crazy, especially as a hardcore. It's like the boss with the most random damage. Are you trying to die? Oh no. Add Raziel to the list? So I think the problem with Raziel is the drop system. I think the actual boss fight itself, like the mechanics and such, are very killable. Like, I think it's one of the most killed bosses in the game. I could be wrong. But I do think they're different categories. I also say that as a person who, like, very much would love a rework of, like, a bunch of boss drops. Powder production and nothing can go wrong? Yeah, is that the way? So you're telling me I had a bad time because I wasn't protected enough? You know what? I believe it. Why is my hit chance 83? I'm overloaded. And now it's 89. Is that how long it takes for my turmoil to work? Surely not. That feels like a long time. Oh my god, I've done no damage. And I forgot to get the staff. Oh no. That was almost P1 minions, by the way. Not a mark of a good kill. Okay, give me that. Give me that. There's never a worse feeling. I don't know if anyone else does this. Sometimes I like Vitpot Reprisal, do my thing, but I forget my Vitpot's on cooldown, and then I instantly die to the first hit. Feels so bad. Yeah, to be fair, Cadexian, I have not fought Raziel since the accuracy changes that, as I imagine, made Raziel way, way worse for lesser leveled players. And that's actually super fair. Because, yeah, I just haven't experienced that. Ooh, a little wand reset action. So I'm not going to die to the dog today. There were so many different iterations of the dog phase, by the way, at like different times. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, there was a version of the dog phase where they stunned you, I think, when they bit you. I think that was a thing for a bit. I mean, there was also a version of that where Nakatra's Onslaught was exactly the same as the Arch Glacier, Frost Cannon in hard mode, so it was also a stun. Hourglass squiggly line. I'm risking it. It was worth it. Ooh, okay. Wait, let him cook? I definitely don't have it, but it's close. Nice. That's really solid, actually. 55k off of one cycle with a bad pre-phase? I'm in. Wait, chat, does anyone know if a luck ring works here? Maybe I haven't got a drop because I haven't been using a luck ring. Maybe it's like a skill issue. Scarab Crocodile. Dedo Omni G-Staff? That only does 30k damage? Unlucky. Did I win? Doesn't look like it. Guess we'll go again. Order drop system or battle mitigation on all bosses. So I think the problem with an order drop system on every boss is it would be kind of like, not boring, but For bosses that have high value and low value drops, I think it would kind of feel bad. Like, imagine if you went to Croesus and you got top and bottoms as your first 2 drops. Okay, there is no luck of the dwarves, and I don't care enough to bother someone about it, so we're chilling. I think it would demotivate people. It'd be like, okay, so I know my next 4 drops are bad. But, yeah. What do I think about Zuck? I love Zuck. Well, okay. I like Zuck for being different and unique from a lot of other bosses. I think it's the same reason a lot of people hate Zuck, but I personally think that's what RuneScape needs more of. And I can explain why I feel that way as well, if that helps at all. But to me, RuneScape has like 10 bosses that all feel kind of similar. They're similar difficulty levels. They require similar amounts of food or prep or progression. And what they end up doing is they end up kind of cannibalizing on themselves. Because someone who wants to kill Karapak will kill a boss that's like Karapak, one of those 10 bosses. The thing I like about Zuck is that I actually think it's a good thing that a lot of people will not touch Zuck with a 10-foot pole. And conversely, a lot of people will actually spend a ton of time at Zuck and do like the cash stack and grind it for 1,000 kills or whatever it is. Out of definitely pure enjoyment and not bad RNG. So I actually think RuneScape needs to cater more to the extremes to give players more variety to play. So basically what I'm saying is I like Zuck for the same reasons that a lot of people hate Zuck, which is that it's very different from other bosses. It's an acquired taste, and I think we need more acquired taste bosses in this game. I also know it's weird to think about the game that way, but... Is that a PR? I don't think it is because of the death animation. It's not. It was close though. Oh, was a PR by 1.2 seconds. Holy moly. And a moonstone as well. A 10-foot pole is 2 Ryans? Wait. There's a very niche Minecraft server that has bad luck mitigation system where you get points per kill you put towards specific drop. You put 4x drop rate, you're guaranteed it. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, there are lots of good ways to do it. I just think the ideal solution is probably not that, like, it's not as simple as sometimes what I see proposed a lot. Wait, why do I have 2 portals to Sanctum? What am I doing? Hi, Fate Finder. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I hope you had an awesome stream. Can we agree that bosses where you stack loot chests are top tier? Yeah, that's another like subcategory of boss that I really, really enjoy. Yep, I'm right there with you. Where there are points where I feel like doing either Telos or Zamorak because of the loot chest system and the streak system. Hello, pup. How is your day going so far? How are things? I just got a double Omni. Let's go! Doing well but tired? Holy, you read my mind. Yeah, I am in a similar boat. I checked my calendar before bed last night and I saw a meeting at 6 a.m. I was ready to fall to my knees. Oh, there is actually nothing worse than getting up at 5:45 in the morning for a meeting. It actually, like, genuinely, I'm proud of myself for going live today. Because usually when I have a meeting that early, it genuinely derails my whole day. I, like, half asleep my way through most of my, like, non-stream stuff. And then by the end of that, I'm, like, so dead that I don't want to stream because I feel like it's going to be a subpar. But not today. Cool thing Destiny has is that completing achievements increases drop rates. Ooh. Oh no, then you know who would really want that? People who sell achievements. People who sell achievements would be like, yeah, I, for no reason in particular, really think that we should make achievements a requisite for going after grindy grinds, like Master of All or whatever. Yeah, that is one thing I actually do like about RuneScape, is that there are grinds that test your skill, like combat mastery. And there are grinds that respectfully require no skill. They just require an absolutely insane amount of time. And that's not to say one is more impressive than the other, or one is good and one is bad, but they both exist in their own space. And I actually think that's really good, but I wouldn't want them to be the same. I think they should be and feel different from each other. Like when someone has Gold Reaper, it's not like, holy crap, you're so skilled. It's like, holy crap, you dedicated a ton of time to this game. That's really impressive. Like, it's a completely different thing. And I think that's a good thing. Could you do a sub 2 height? The what? Did I win? Any titlers? I still don't think I've had a drop from this boss, Keslam. It's not looking good. Not by tons, but by a little bit. Yeah, even if it was by like the tiniest margin, I would actually make the argument you're kind of, I mean, it's not like it's an argument, obviously, but I feel like you're kind of rewarding people that are already good at bosses with the ability to get more drops from bosses that they're already able to kill quickly. I feel like you'd be putting the boosted drop rates in the hands of the wrong people. Like, does Pup actually need a boost to Raksha drop rates when he can kill Raksha in 45 seconds? Pup might say yes, but, you know, I'd rather they apply to everybody. I still understand why people buy and sell achievements. I mean, I think the same reason why Dr. Lupo cheated at a chess tournament. No. I think, not to go all psychology on you all, but I don't know. I think a lot of people in this game like to feel like they're good at the game, or they're super good at the game, or they command respect in the game. But they also have the kind of internal struggle of they're not actually good at the game, but they want people to think they are, and they feel like their standing in the community relies upon the idea that they're good at the game. And even if that's something totally internalized, like it's not a factual thing, people feel that way about themselves. And if you feel that way about yourself, you would be inclined, even if you feel bad about it or you feel like a fraud, you would rather people still kind of respect you and whatever else than anything. That's like the most important thing that you could have. So I think it's a little bit of that, to be honest. Where I think in general, no one wants to feel like a fraud, obviously, or like they're parading around something that they didn't get themselves. Like that would feel bad, but maybe that would feel worse for some people than, I don't know, not having that standing in the community for being good or whatever it is. And on one hand, I do get it a little bit. Like, okay, I would never do it. I would never buy an achievement. I think that's insane, and I wouldn't feel good about that, so I wouldn't do it. But at the same time, I will say this. I, for a long time, haven't focused on being the best PVMer in the world. I'm just focused on being the best streamer and the best content creator I can be and the best YouTube maker I can be as well. Like, my gameplay is not close to perfect, and it's not as good as it could be because I've kind of made the choice to do that. But I will still say this. When people make those like PVM tier list things and they put me in a tier with people that don't play the game, yeah, it still doesn't feel good. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not like, damn, Like my first instinct is to be like, okay, fuck it, mastery arc. Fine, I'll go be a GM. But then it's for the wrong reasons, right? And then I actually think about it, and I realize that not only should it not matter, it actually doesn't matter. What others think about my PVMing. Like, I don't know if I'm underrated or overrated or rated. It shouldn't matter, but my default instinctively is that, like, it does. So, anyway. I get why people would buy achievements. I would never personally do it, and I feel like it's a little, you know? I would just feel like a fraud every time I logged in, and people were like, oh my god, a GM aura, or whatever. And you just, like, know that you didn't actually do it. You paid someone to go on your account for it. I also do think there is a difference between buying a leech. I think most people agree with this too. There's a difference between buying a leech and buying account services. Paying people to log into your account is like insane. And that is like definitely on another level than buying a leech. Buying a leech isn't good either. Like I also wouldn't feel good about that, but that like makes more sense than the other one to me. No one logs onto my account. Anything on this account was done by me. Person sitting, crocodile. Okay, ready? Auto, Deado, Omni, One-Spec, G-Quonk, Gothic Staff. I did like no damage, dude. It's crazy. Did I win? Oh, wait. 60 mil defense XP. Absolutely baited, dude. People buy achievements? Yes. I'd pay people to be friends with me. Pup, I would be your friend for free. Bitter giggle seeing someone get all 3 enrage achievements at Zammy and rocking up at Wars in Ganodermic. Oh no. I was gonna say, I mean, I know a lot of people that have done all of their Zammy group kills in 1 kill. That doesn't necessarily mean that they did account services or bought a leech. Like it's easy to carry someone through a 4K Zammy. Like it's super, super doable. It's just like, it could just be a fun thing to do if you're PVMing with a friend and you are more experienced than them. Like, my wife did her 4K that way. I was doing a charity stream, and Raw and I were hanging out, and we ran out of stuff to do. So we're like, hey, do you want to try to do 4K Zammy? And we did, and it was fun. Yeah, no, the account services are wild. Yeah, I heard a lot of stuff about account services. Right, like after Zammy came out, some of the top Zammiers, there was a reason why there were certain account names that were on the front page of every sheet. Like the 10 of the 20 highest Zammy enrages were one person with a different other person every time. And it's like the world's most obvious account services in history. I also don't think it's reasonable to like hate the people that sell the leeches. Like, to me, it should just be a rule that it's against the rules, or it should just be an allowed thing you can do. I think it's very reasonable as well to call the people who are buying leeches pretty cringe, but I don't think there's anything like, yeah. I've never personally personally done it, but it's the same as the PVM macroing discussion, which is just like, I can say as much as I want to say about how I personally feel about it, but ultimately, people are going to rampantly macro until Jagex makes it against the rules. And or slash starts banning for it. And if they're not going to do that, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. And ever think about it asking if you're sure you want to buy your items back? Well, it's because of the reclaim system. What if you want to like run and pick up your grave? I traded a Solak Master Timer for a 4K instance and duoed it. Wait, how did that work? Wait, you traded? Wait, what? I'm confused. You're going to solo 2K Zami and then go to 4K in group? Yeah, that's fair. So it just gives an incentive to not work as a community to improve the game, but it's like keep tracks to yourself. Ooh, that's actually interesting. I didn't really think about it that way. A friend called Mig, I gave him Solak Master Timer. Oh, very nice. Then me do it 4K. Oh, got you. Once I feel 50 mil to do a music track unlock for a dead minigame for comp trim, am I cringe? No, that's different. There's a huge difference between buying a leech so that you can flex on people an achievement that you didn't actually earn. That's like skill based. I think anyway, the way I see it. Compared to like, I need help unlocking a music track. Do you know how many people buy like Barbarian Assault? Because it's a dead minigame? Makes perfect sense. Remember people selling engineering floors? People still sell engineering floors. I'm gonna get hit. I'm hit. I did no damage there, but... Oh, bro! I hate that bug. I hate it. But yeah. Yeah, buying Dungeoneering before the hole and before Elite Dungeons, that was like, I don't want to say the meta, but it honestly was the meta. If you were a PVMer and you wanted 120 Dungeoneering for whatever reason, the meta was to do 2 weeks of Telos and then just buy enough leeches to get 120 Dungeoneering on a single double XP. Oh no. Oh no. This has not been a good kill. Not at all. The damage hasn't been where I wanted it. I can't see. That's my own fault though. I'm trying not to complain about that too much. Because it is very much my own doing. My eyes don't hurt though, at least, which is good. Because they did hurt when I first put them in. Followed your capabilities story mode guide, completed the Ode to the Hour quest first try. Thank you. Ooh, no worries. Actually, kind of fun one here. The person under you in chat, Pup, is actually the incredible editor who made that guide happen. That was one of his projects. That was his last project. Because I fired him out. No, not that kind of last project. The other kind. Like recency last project. What I have glass on now? I'm wearing contacts because a crazy phenomenon happened in the last like month. People started calling me Unk. I got a key to the crossing. I contributed. That is the 10,000th glaze of Pup this year. Congrats, both of you. Thank you, thank you. Real PV members that tell us to fund their staking addiction. That's also true. Yeah. Replenishment potions. Okay. I got 3 doses. Oh, pup, you'll be so proud of me. I made adren pods today. Just like regular old basic adren pods. Gotta get bleach blonde tips now. I mean, it's not actually about like looking younger. I don't care as much about that. But I got fitted for contacts like 2 years ago. And then I gave up on them after one miserable day. And I thought we're doing a short stream today anyway. So we may as well give it a shot and see how it goes. One key close to the pup's close passage. No, we're going to get those in 20 kills. Guaranteed. But we're going to get them in 20 kills after we've spent a full month grinding Slayer and Keys to the Crossing. Actually guaranteed. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Pup, if you wanted to take the tiny amount of replens I made and, or sorry, adren pots I made in and replenishinize them, I wouldn't be mad about that. Like, I don't actually care at all. I'm happy just using them, but if you feel like it's like inefficient to just use regular replens for today. Have you heard of overnight contacts? Wait, why would one do that to themselves? Ooh. Ooh. Wait. I thought I signed there, but I didn't. I'm immune to dying. At least someone's getting Limitless. Yeah, keen-eyed individuals will notice that Limitless is not on the best in slot sheet. It's probably my... I mean, it's actually a grind I've never done before, so I don't know if I'm allowed to call it my least favorite grind, but... As an Ironman grind, I've never done it before, and I have no interest in doing it. You reminded me of that elderly lady video. Oh my god, I've seen that. I remember that from when I was first getting fitted with contacts, because I had no idea it was like a fight for your life to put them in. This is like slightly gross. I mean, it's not like gross, but it's like... Basically, the TLDR is this lady went into the hospital with like headaches and stuff. And they checked her out to see what the problem was. And they found like, it was like 15 different contacts behind her eye. Oh, dude, I almost got the double. That would have been so sick. Wait, this might be one cycle. Wait, no, I used Magma Tempest at the wrong time. Okay, we got Le Scarab. And we got Le Monkey. Perfect. Done. Done. You know what's crazy? I'm not critting. Like, I feel like the rot was pretty perfect. Yeah, just no crits. Unlucky. Okay, we got Hourglass and Lamonkey. And then a drop. All right, ready? What? I don't know what I hit. Maybe I hit the drop button. Here we go. Dude, I can't even remember what the drop animation looks like. Delete my VOD from yesterday. Approximately 60 hours, give or take. For the Limitless grind. That's actually not as bad as I thought it was, but I mean, that's still a hefty amount of time. At base 60s, that's 217 mil for a year. What boss should I do or keep training? At base 60s, I would keep training. Keep getting them stats up. Wait, which 3 gate drops do you have? At 1400 kill count. Because if you're about to tell me that you've got like a dowser and you got the book, I'm not going to be 2 attuners, 1 codex. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's really bad. That is, in fact, giga bad. Yeah, I would say I haven't had any drops, if that were me. You're a more respectful individual than I. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the gate drop system. I just feel like there are so many learnings from the bosses that people like and engage in, and one of the things is that, like, there's a time threshold to get a drop that players seem to like and engage in. For the most part. $20.55 kill count on your doubt. Oh god, that's so bad. I'm like genuinely sorry. That's miserable. Oh my goodness, bro. You're so stupid. You're so stupid. Guzzle, guzzle, guzzle. Oh my god, dude. Am I stuck here? I'm stuck here. Saved. Clean. You failed Sanctum of Rebirth perfect. Yeah, I definitely felt like I did. Yeah, I'd have to like actually sit down and do the math, but I do think there's like a formula for like people will like this and play it a lot. Hello, Gimby. Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, also Kilsa. I didn't want to delay my stream, hence why I did not write you back, but I did read your idea. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like NBA 2K videos. With like a wheel that triggers another wheel that triggers another wheel, where they're very like a little bit. Creator title? Yes, hello. There's a creator title. Hi Anna. How are you? Bro, there's no way I made all these adrenaline pots. And my guy's just relentless after relentless. What's the point? I did all of that for nothing? How are you doing, Anna? What is it? Thank you for your soul light guide. Helped me a lot. Even though a little outdated for necromancy, still thank you. I think my GM group can do our first kill ever because of it. Oh, that's awesome. Well, best of luck to you and your group. And remember, if you're not able to get the kill, you should come back and you should blame me. And then that way, you're absolved of all personal responsibility. No, super, super cool though. I'm glad it helped, and good luck to your jam. It also makes me happy to see people still playing GIM. I know that's like crazy to say because the game mode just came out, but GIM was always gonna kind of be like hype and then die down. Like that's kind of expected. I'm done with work? Ah. That's always a good thing. Better try to fail, said blame Ryan. I do get like a lot of comments of people very angry about me when they like, they'll be like, so I didn't have half the things in the guide, but I also still, I died and it's your fault. That's always like a fun part of the culture. I mean that genuinely too. Like I don't even mind anymore. I find it kind of funny more than anything. I'm not overloaded. I mean, it's definitely too late to overload. I'm not doing it. I ain't doing it. Really enjoying CJ mode? Wouldn't like the solo iron, but enjoying it with a group of friends. Yeah, doing it in a group, it just makes it a lot easier to progress. That's what I like about it. Like we're almost done full best in slot in like 6 or 7 months. If this was like an Ironman, a regular iron, it would take me 2 years. That's a lot of time. You need to make a no weapon Zuck guide. Could you do it? I don't know if I could do the waves, but I could definitely do the... Can you hit it all with your fists? Bronze dagger? Bronze dagger I think you could do. Wait, actually, let me write that down. That could be fun. Okay. Goliath gloves? I don't know if they... Do they work anymore? I don't know. Maybe they do. Also, this would have been a 5-run hour. I mean, it's still going to be a 5-run hour, but I spent too long socializing. I also don't have HP boosts. I feel like I'm going to die. You know what? I'm fixing it. They do like tier 70? Oh, that'd be too easy, though. I think I do the whole run with tier 70. I'll take the blame because basically we guided them, make a dumb fight video with the Kill You Maiden Select guide, and you did a voiceover for it. We're now going to have Friday watching the video and then coming so like, oh, that's awesome. That's super, super cool. And very creative as well. I love that. Closing on Reaper crew maxing, and that's just from being able to help each other. Yeah, very nice. I can't wait for the end of locked in bank audit. I gotta do it when no one's expecting it though. When Pup and Yeoman and Legos aren't expecting it. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna dress up as an auditor And then it's going to be an open your banks and you get judged for all of the stuff that you hoarded. That's what I want. I think it's going to be a revelation for the ages. And then whoever had the most stuff, they can get the Smog title, like the dragon from Lord of the Rings, in my Discord for the rest of time. I got a relentless. Oh, we are about to cook. Kind of. Okay, it's a delayed cooking. It's a delayed cooking, but it's still cooking nonetheless. That was not cooking. I did no damage. I just got so many one resets in a row that I have now skipped the phase. Like, I'm literally not gonna sunshine. Because I skipped the whole... Oh my god. Holy balance. Oh wait, I kind of bungled it. Wait, fix it. I actually don't know how many that was in a row, but I think it was like 4 or 5. Anyway, as I've always said, balanced and fair and balanced and fair. Oh no, I screwed up. No way. I actually ruined it. This would have been like a really good kill time. This would have been like a PR. This could have even been like a WR, like a wide receiver. Okay, so here, I'm just going to use every bleed imaginable. Because I do know she's about to heal. Okay, now I want to start blasting. My aura died! Oh god. Oh no. What happened? I don't know. Was it fine? I think it was fine. Everything was fine. Okay, bro. Like... I really wasted, like, the best RNG in human history. I mean, the most skillfully... There was even a relentless on my first Fasoa, too. That was, like... That was the kill of destiny, and I absolutely bungled it. Cat Scarab. For chinning offense, choose P6 or E4. I am guessing it's P6 Aftershock 1, actually. The reason I say that, by the way, is because E4 is not very good anymore. P6 is way better. Someone in chat will correct me if I'm wrong, though. But yeah. If I were making a chin setup, it would definitely be P6. Like P6 Aftershock 1. Wait, why are we saying 07? Did I bungle something? No, surely not. Crocodile and hat. All right, let's go. What do you got for me, Madame Nakatra? Bang. Nothing. Still, 5 kill hour is pretty good. Use abilities with Goliath, you just get the damage from them. Oh, so you can punch with them. That's fun. Now that I've made demand for me to do a dumbified video for AOD and raids, honestly, I'm enjoying editing and doing the video itself. Cool. That's a really fun way to get into content creation, honestly. I actually really like that. Like getting into content creation to like help friends learn the game. I mean, I've done that before too. I've had friends years and years and years ago that like didn't know how to kill a boss, and I would just record a commentary for them and set it to them unlisted. I'm sure they're all on my YouTube channel still. It would always be like Telos P4 guide for blank person or whatever. And that kind of gave me the initial original idea for talk-through guides, because that's exactly what it was. I kind of realized, like, if my friends liked videos where I was just talking and explaining how things worked at specific bosses, like just with a voiceover, maybe I could make videos like that. And then that kind of gave birth to the talk-through guide. Oh my god, this is the kill of destiny. This is such a PR. This is PR o'clock. Guzzle, guzzle, guzzle. Like the goat. No, that way. Relentless! Oh my god, this is the kill. This is it. Nah, this is the record. Double wild magic? Triple wild magic? Bro, is the magic combat style... One reset! Is the magic combat style just RNG? Is there any skill in this combat style? Or is it just wait till you get good procs and then just blast? That is the least deserved 142 in the universe. There are 3 different RNG things. There's the wand reset, there's the relentless perk, and then there's the temporal anomaly. And we had them all holding hands, working together, carrying me. That's so funny. They were able to be uploaded because of personal trash talks. It's in Swedish, but I can imagine doing it in English too. Nice, very cool. Time to play roulette? I think we already did. That was absolutely disgusting. Everything that happened there was crazy. Let me get a new calg. Pup, I had a question for you. What are you up to? Good sir. Stream Elements needs an update. It says 20 upgrades. I think it's less. You know what? I'm going to do that right now. I got it. I can't type. Command, edit, progress. We are 18.66 upgrades from done. Done. And back to the Sanctum. Does anyone know what the odds are of getting a drop? Like any kind? When you're doing Sanctum runs? I'm assuming you should get one every like 10 runs, maybe? Just like considering how many bosses there are? For you, 0. No, that's kind of what I'm getting at. I don't know if I'm just like used to being gigaspooned, but I actually do feel like I'm a little unlucky here. Odds for streamers or odds for normies? I mean, I'm a streamer, so I will be using the streamer client. I just think it'd be silly not to. I mean, especially since Jagex gives you... There's like a limit to how long you can play on it, but the limit is so ridiculously high. I think I get like 1,400 hours a year on it. It's like I may as well use it when I'm doing any kind of high tier PVMing. I don't know. Dude, I know streamers that don't even use theirs because they're like worried that they're saving it for like a better time. And it's like, bro, you're streaming 40 hours a month. You could just put it on the whole time. I don't get it. I'm critting. A little wand wielding. No, I will say this about Wazzy. I know he's had his grinds where he's gone really dry and stuff. Genuinely, like, obviously the streamer client is a lie and a joke, but no one has made me believe in it more than Wazzy. Yeah, Wazzy has absolutely tested me. Also, I know I'm not overloaded. I'm not wasting an overload for 70k damage. Good night. A vital spark? Wait, pretty sick. Have you ever seen such high-tier enjoyable PVM as the dreams of Aya? I actually like that that exists. That's how I'm getting 90 construction. And then I can get a defense cape stand too. I think I'm 2 days away from having 90 banked. Good night, Mr. Guy. Take care, Nunu Gamer. Thanks for hanging out. Didn't Wazzy get 5 Sanctum drops in 3 runs? Yes, but here's the thing. If he can do that, I can do it too. So that's sort of like, I'm coming at it from the angle of, if it can happen to him, I know the streamer client isn't real. So there can't be any difference between the two of us. Is getting every enchantment part of this challenge? Not every enchantment, but the ones that are like good and reasonably part of best in slot, yes, we'll end up getting all of them, I think. I think, right? Yeah. Like, I have enchanted enhanced Carapac wrist wraps. I have an enchanted Inquisitor staff. Is there even an enchantment for the wrist wraps? I can't remember. There's no enchantment for the Zerker ring, so that isn't really one. Like the Reaver ring. Yeah, maybe it's worth asking the team about. I mean, to be fair though, like if we're ports off of finishing, like obviously it's not like we're just gonna stream ports. All right, let's go. I also seem to remember that I do have Vuln Bombs. Like, if I wanted to use them, I could just use them. I think I'd rather use them at Virago, though. Virago is a Vuln Bomb boss if I ever saw one. All right, let's go. Stalkers and champions. So the thing about champions ring is it is part of our best in slot list, but I do think it's still worse than a Reaver ring. So no way, no way! I got a double reset. Wait, that's insane. Wait, chat, we gotta lock in. Lock me in. This is it. This is the record of the world. Give it to me. Triangle monkey. Go, go, go. Go. Come on, Ryan. I need you flying like a bird. What did I do? I messed up! No! I actually bungled the rot. I ruined it. How did I possibly ruin that? That was the biggest pre-phase in human history. Oh, no, I'm gonna die. 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 Okay, that was not my best work. I will be the first to admit. I actually don't know what happened in the middle of that. My guide was just like standing there. Did I hit something on cooldown? Did I not crit? As a mage user, I feel like I'm supposed to just blame not critting. Yeah, I definitely did everything perfect. I just didn't crit. Oh my god. Unlucky. What made you go with the RS guy instead of the RS dude? I don't know. I mean, I've had this name for like 12 years. I was in high school. I think at the time I said dude a lot. Because I definitely said dude a lot. I still do. But I think what happened is I was very like cognizant that I was starting a YouTube channel as a 15-year-old. And I wanted people to take me seriously because I wanted to make guides and things. And no one is going to be an adult or like a cool, like teenage, like old teenager, like 17-year-old watching like a 15-year-old with a squeaky voice make a piece of content and like explain something. So I think that's why. I thought that Guy was more mature at the time. That's my best guess. The RS bro, that's my brother. That was my first ever series. Was making my brother PVM. New title unlocked, the Rot Bungler. Yeah, that's fair. The RS Chad, the RS person. Is the Reaper Point event or something? I'm getting way more Reaper Points than normal. No. But also 47 is a bigly amount. I need to make sure I'm grabbing Reapers. Thank you for bringing that up, actually. Because I can't grab one yet. Eventually, whenever Pup starts his clue arc, we're going to have Fortunates coming out of our ears. And when we do, it would be really good for me to be on top of that. Magic and range for further specific rings. Stalker is best in slot. I'm pretty sure the magic one is bad. Well, okay. It's not bad, but it's a switch. So I think it's only good if you like... Sorry, I heard something. It's only good if you switch to it. No, you can't switch to it in a channel though. Never mind. I think it's just worse. I'm not gonna lie. lag. Also, hi, Pie Good. I hope you're doing well. That Vermix PR was absolutely disgusting. Like, it wasn't skillful at all. It was just super lucky, but it was, like, really, really lucky. Okay. What I'm trying to see here is I'm trying to see if Natty is worth it. I think it is. Yeah, no, it definitely is. Nice. Good to know. I mean, I think it's only worth it if I have enough adrenaline going into it. My new, like, bad PVM habit is I use tendrils for adren, and then I guzzle 8 rocktails to offset the adren. It's not the best. Wait, boss just died at 30k HP. Ooh, that's interesting. All right, still worked. On to the next. What a pup do you want to do clues? Pup actually likes clues, I think. If he doesn't, he should speak up. And I'll make sure he never has to do a clue again. That's what I would do for Big Pup. Why do I still have blubbers? I think we're just currently out. We've had a lot, but I think everyone is just doing high tier PVM now, so yeah. And for Sanctum, like, I honestly don't feel like I need blubbers. I'm fine using rocktails. We have an abundance of them. It also kind of feels fair that I mean, not that it would be wasting blubbers, but it feels kind of fair that I'm not using blubbers, considering I don't even have the level to fish and cook them. I have not crit once this go. What is happening? Yeah, that is the thing about magic, is it's very, it's very crit reliant, and that's kind of why Slisuke gear is so good. Is it makes everything you're doing so much more consistent. I still think I'm in the right though, not going for Slisuke gear at this current juncture, but I get why, like, I get why people like it. Iron Man habits? I mean, it is an Iron Man, right? I don't know. I want to properly value the blubber jellyfish that Legos has procured, and I'm also like, yeah, it's not like I need a ton of food here. It's kind of the same as Flask Brews, to be honest, where, like, I could be using Flask Brews, but I also don't love doing my daily flask runs. And I definitely don't need them for this, so. I'm like kind of, not that it's like ideal. I'm okay being a person that isn't doing the most upkeep in terms of like food and potions and stuff like that. But I'm never going to be the person that is both being that person and wasting the stuff that other people are gathering. So that's where I'm at. Do you reckon I could phase this before spec? Maybe. Go. Nicely done. Almost a PR. If not for the really bad P1. Have I seen the 38-second Kazam? Is that the one where IDPS, who, by the way, huge fan of his work. He has some beautiful thumbnails. That's the one where he kills both pillars same tick, right? Wasn't that patched? I thought something about that was patched. Who's the one making my bank a mess? So, okay. Pup is way worse than me for that, because Pup actually has bought max bank spaces, and it's a mess. Me, I just haven't bought a single bank booster. It's kind of like, that's the problem. I only got 1,000 slots. Maybe you need more wheel gathering blubbers? Yeah. No, definitely. It's like something I can AFK too. Like I'm 81 fishing though, so I don't get blubbers yet. It's worm fishing. Hello, Sully the DM. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. That is extremely, extremely kind of you. I hope you had an awesome stream. Welcome in. I might die here, like instantly. Because I'm not going to not Fasoa here. I'm going to crit. I crit. We're lucky. Crit just enough. Great stream. You lost your hardcore? Wait, oh no, I'm so sorry. What happened? If you don't want to talk about it, that's totally fair. Definitely do not feel like you have to talk about it. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's an F in the chat situation. No biggie, first time going through the game, which was hardcore. Okay, so it's your first playthrough. Okay, so you can die with pride, knowing that you made it to 2.2k total. Okay, nice. 2 quested timeline order. Got to the mighty fall. Oh, that is a scary quest, actually. That is actually like a trap of a quest. No, I'm totally with you on that. So I had a hardcore Ironman series from like 3 years ago to 1 year ago. I'm taking this. And in that series, so I'm currently editing like a movie of all of the episodes together. And there was literally an episode I was looking at it yesterday, and it was me talking about how freaking scary and dangerous the Mighty Fall quest is, and how I almost died. Yeah, that's serious business. Well, good on you. How did you find playing through quests in timeline order? That's amazing. I've never done that before on an account. I think maybe next new account I make for like a full game mode, maybe I'll have to. The lore is sick. The honorable Kazaj messed me up. Yeah, it messed me up too, because the problem I ran into is I just used magic until necromancy came out, and then I just used necromancy. So my melee stats were just base 80. So I'm going in, I'm like, all right, let's roll this quest. And then I realized, like, wait, I'm on base stats for this quest. I'm on like minimum requirements. All right. Let's get it, team. It's time to blast. That was so close! No! Wait, are you serious? I must have just crit like crazy. I must have. Because I threw a wild magic and my adrenaline went up. I must just crit a lot. Holy, okay. I don't want to say I'm getting better, because I don't think I'm getting better, but I'll take it. Person sitting, squiggly line. That was nuts. All right, Omni for drops. Haven't tried that in a while. Wow, and it didn't even work. Again, does Ryan look different today? No, nothing. Nothing. No, definitely not. Nope, nothing different. Nothing different. Am I going to do it for leagues? Probably not, because I feel like everyone's going to be racing to, like, blitz through leagues, and I'm going to be putting in crazy hours. I probably don't want to do questing streams. Mid-game grind is really rough, but now super happy. Yeah, honestly, it's something that I think RuneScape would be well served in addressing. The mid-game fall-off is so real. Everybody experiences it, too. Like, it's not just like a, oh, new player thing, or like a this... Everybody goes through it. The Rot Bungler strikes again. Being used to Necro and getting a boss to 30k always catches me off guard because he doesn't die. Yeah, I guess if you're very Deathmark coded. It was like when we went to Solak without Legos yesterday. It was like, oh my god. The boss doesn't just instantly die whenever we want it to. Say the other combat types are really lame compared to Necro. Love how Necromancy abilities interact with each other. Yeah. So Necromancy has positioned itself as, for any kind of, whether you're a new player or you're lower level, Necromancy is way, way better than every other option. Because all of the other styles, to get as good as Necro, require a lot of different upgrades that you won't have if you're a low-level account. The base kit for Necromancy is disgustingly good. Like, it's actually hard to play with any other style in the early game and the mid-game. That's actually the main reason why, for this group Ironman, we made it style locked. Because we realized that was the only way to basically avoid having everyone just play Necromancy. Not that there's anything wrong with playing Necromancy, but we felt it was going to be a little more boring if that's all everyone in the group was doing. We wanted a little more spice. Wand reset. Wand reset. I'm not moving. Oh, scary. Have fun stream. Gonna grab some dinner. Take it easy. I'm gonna grab my Sanctum title really quick. Another Moonstone. Crazy. It's really smooth to use. Yeah, it really, really is. Also an issue with the other styles. Yep. It's what happens when you want to stave away power creep. So for a full decade, you add marginal upgrades from bosses. But now they all interact with each other in a way that I actually think is really cool. But now you actually need all of those marginal upgrades. I'm making an active effort to stop saying it's a double-edged sword. Because most swords have two edges. And I just don't think it really makes sense. But yeah, that would be like a rare RS guy double-edged sword use. Because it's both the thing that makes the styles feel very unique. And the thing that makes Necromancy so overpowered is the base kit. Ooh, I don't have Temporal Anomaly right now. I should maybe do something about that. Any drop sale? I haven't had a single drop today. Or yesterday, actually. Or the day before. We are genuinely proper dry. I don't think I've seen a drop of any kind since, I want to say, like 75-ish kill count. Not to say it's like a disaster or anything, but yeah, we're actually properly dry now, which is good. I mean, not that this is how math works, but it feels kind of deserved. I'm gonna tank both of these. I just don't care enough. But yeah, it feels deserved because I left when I got my big drop, right? So it's like, got his big drop, and now we've worked our way up to the next one. That almost makes me wish I didn't know how math worked. Do you know how much easier this game would be if I was unburdened by knowledge? Like the voice in the back of my head just constantly saying, "You're no closer to the drop than you were when you started." Hee hee. If I could shut off that voice, I'd be unstoppable. I'd actually be a demon. Maybe that's what we're missing. I need someone to erase my knowledge of basic math. Don't reset me all the way, though. Like, reset me to, like, a grade... Put me down to grade 8. I think grade 8 would be good. So 1 year lower than current? Yeah, but that's the year where you learn everything, right? You learn trigonometry. You learn probabilities. That's what I need most for as a RuneScape player. I also feel like I want a refund on grade 9 anyway, because they told me I was going to use sine, cos, and tan in my day-to-day life. And that is some straight cap. A small part of my brain is occupied by mnemonics about how to remember, like, Soka, Tana, and all of the things. And I'm like, that is such a waste of brain space. That spot, we could wipe that drive and we could fill it up with more useless RuneScape knowledge that no one cares about and no one will listen to me talk about. He just called cosine cos. Okay, I learned math in French, so we're gonna give me a pass there. Yeah, that was also a really weird one. Was going from learning math in French in high school to engineering school in English. I felt kind of debuffed, to be honest. I mean, I was kind of debuffed, to be honest. That's a debuff. Wait, ready? I'm about to blast right now. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, French immersion was always kind of weird. It, like, makes sense for, like, what the purpose of it is, but... French math is easier? No, you know what was weird about it? Is... in English, to, like, separate big numbers... You use a comma, right? And in French, it's a period. You speak French? We learn every day. I do speak French. I'm honestly not as fluent as I used to be. I used to be, like, properly bilingual, I would say. Now I can understand French perfectly, but like anything, if you don't use it for a long time, you lose the ability to do it. Like, I can't speak French super well anymore. Just been so long. Hat and cat. Nice. But yeah, if someone were to like speak in French to me, I would understand everything they were saying perfectly. I wouldn't be able to speak back properly, probably, but I don't know, maybe. What are the decimals? I can't remember how it worked, but it worked different in French. Oh, prayer, foyer. Hourglass cat. I think I gotta do a whole ass sunshine. I do. This was not my best work. Definitely wasn't my worst work, though. Yeah, this is further than the Nakatra kill, into the kill than we usually like to go, but whatever. Did I win? Oh! Yeah, that was my first heal skip. Wait, that's a master achievement, isn't it? Wait, I actually forgot that we did that. Wait, I'm cracked, chat. I'm absolutely nuts. Ooh, I'm almost at tier 3 War's Blessing. What does this give me? Rots, Racks, extra Reaper's Choice, extra Marks of War. How much combat score do I need? 26. Surely we go for that. First blast, channel point redemption 1. Was this the first time I ever said blast? What? Darkscape Adventure? 9 years ago? This was the first time I said the word blast. Want me to blast the book? I just can't really be asked right now. I want to keep going, want to keep moving. Got class pretty soon. Level 15 magic. Okay, guys. As soon as you get in here, go in class pretty soon. Now, I know they're telling me to blast the book. I just... That was my first blast. Huh. How can you know that? Josh fed all of the automatic transcripts of all of my YouTube content into a thing. And then he can now search for words. That's crazy. Absolutely awesome. Getting up there. Look at us. Making so much progress already. Alrighty, guys. This probably seems kind of random, but we're coming in with 17 prayer. Dude, look how populous it was. Look how many people were playing. That's crazy. Cool blast from the past. Can't tell if it's impressive or unhinged. I found in the RuneScape community, most things are like on the line. Darkscape was the last game mode we had before Fresh Start Worlds, I think. All right, let's get another run in. And then I think what I want to do in a run or a couple runs is let's find a way to get 26 combat score for sure. Because like bonus Marks of War is really, really big. Like we're right there. It's all the random combat achievements from just the general PVM we've been doing. Can I say too, that's something that I love about combat achievements is like it was fun playing them on my main where I was actively pursuing combat mastery and I was like actually grinding them out. But the idea that I have like tier 3 almost done without ever going out of my way to do a combat achievement, just from living my life, doing my thing, really cool. It feels like a reward for just like playing the game. There's a word for it that's bannable on Twitch? Wait, what? Okay, I'm not gonna say what word, but I'm confused. A little scared. Is this a hardcore? This is not a hardcore Iron Man. This is a group Iron Man that we started when GIM came out. However many months ago that was. And it's a series called Locked In, where the goal is for every member of the group to get best in slot. But there's a catch, and the catch is that each member is locked to one combat style. So it's a style-locked competitive group Iron Man. And I am the magic-locked person, which is why I'm currently using magic, because I'm not allowed to use anything else. Yeah, I also do have a maxed hardcore Iron Man that might be making a return pretty soon, by the way. Pretty excited about that. Rewarding gameplay loops in my RuneScape? I know, that's such a normal ass thing, but for PVMers, it doesn't feel like a normal thing. That feels so strange. Like, what do you mean you're rewarding me for engaging in this gameplay loop? What, are you kidding me? I've done 116 runs? Wait, we're actually flying. Oh god, all my seeds are the wrong color. Oh no. You're late for Seed Discourse. Seed Discourse already happened. That was earlier today. Oh, I messed it up. I was trying to be big brain and put it between Keslam and my character, because then it would be like kind of good, but it's fine. Yeah, the feedback from the herbs and the seed color change update, it's a really good test on like an individual level of if a person just doesn't like change in general, or if they like with regard to a lot of the feedback they give. Some of us can't watch your work. No, it's not that. Don't worry, Real Justice. We were just we were laughing at some unnamed, non-specific individuals that like seem to have had an absolute meltdown over the idea that certain seeds are now a different color. Unspecific, because we don't do bullying here unless it's the streamer. Huh. Survive! Nice. I bullied you? No, I didn't bully you, pup. I didn't... Wait, do you not like it? I could start bullying you. No. Pup and I woke up today, and we both realized that today was maybe not going to be a good day for Big Pup. I think is what happened. No, Pup. I was mostly referring to... There were people, like, flaming the JMod that did it. When, by all accounts, like, it's just a visually impaired, accessibility update that did actually just diversify what the seeds looked like while keeping their fidelity. Like, it, by all accounts, it's like, it's okay to be like, yeah, I don't like the new colors, but some people were in like full-blown full-blown crisis. I do like that I tell them apart. I also like that Guam kept the OG seed icon. Yeah, I actually did a farm run immediately upon logging in, and I liked it. The bloodweeds were all bloodweed-like. I thought the seeds in my loot tab were new seeds. There are also so many like visual issues sometimes where it's like, oh, was there a game update or are my textures broken? You have to play the game. Yeah, here, I'll show you. Where are my specs? Wait, like these are the new seeds. Like dwarf weeds are darker, lanodimes are cyaner, bloodweeds are redder, avantos are way, way, way cyaner. Terramins are brighter. You're part of the Avanto gang? Yeah. What does the Avanto gang entail? What do they do for you? They get sweaty after 90 years, they finally remember to make Crystal Shack augmentable. That was such a funny addition. It's like, oh yeah, and this. Which they're a little less saturated, but that's it, and that's preference. Yeah. No, that's super reasonable. Don't worry. Everyone should feel very free to speak their minds. It is okay to like, yeah. Super reasonable. Oh my god, do you guys remember the mega cursed version? There was an early version. I'm gonna pull it up now because that was one where I was like, oh, we might be in trouble here. So first off, this was done by Mod Dorn, who's an absolute giga goat. Actually a super nice person I have chatted with before. I've got out for lunch with this person. They're really cool. So they actually changed the coloring specifically for different visual impairments, which is pretty cool. And I wanted to point that out. The one that was crazy was there was an early version of this. Oh, I found it. There was an early version where the different potions and herbs were rotated. Ah! Help! And that, it actually sends my brain into a tailspin. The upside down? What? Like a herb can't be upside down. It has to be right side up. No, it can't bend to the left. So no, I was just gonna say I'm very glad they took on the feedback. No rotation, but change the colors is like, that's the sweet spot. I can't do this. Especially the potions being a little rotated, bends to the left, bends to the right. I'm really, really happy with the end result, but I did want to show that. Imagine like your prayer pot is just upside down forever. Does that also mean that vials in RuneScape are spill proof canonically? I guess it does. Isn't it absolutely illegal? It's like if you Google the word askew. Oh yeah, and then it takes the whole search engine and makes it askew. Yup. But yeah, no. I'm cool with it now. I'm cool with it now. I am maybe biased here because I know it's some people feel like it's just like a waste of time, but I actually really like updates to accessibility that have a huge impact on like people with certain like, whether it's like a physical impairment or a disability of some kind. Even if it's not something that affects me, I think it's always a really good thing to think about and look into, because to me anyway, RuneScape is a game that really thrives on being accessible and being open to all kinds of people from different walks of life and different places. And I think that's one of the things plural that makes RuneScape really special. So I'm actually just glad we have really smart JMods who are mindful of these things and open to making changes to it. I think it makes the game better in general. I mean, a really good example of that is high contrast mode is so freaking cool. And that only exists as a pure accessibility feature. And it's absolutely sick. It's actually like, it's absolutely beautiful. If I put it on mid-kill, I'm probably gonna die, but I'll try it, I guess. This is so cool. Like, anyway, I love that this exists. This is one of the things, like, there are a lot of things with relation to RuneScape where I feel like, I don't want to say shame. Shame is the wrong word, but there are things related to this game that I don't feel good about, you know? Like, maybe it's MTX stuff, maybe it's like whatever it may be. There's stuff that I don't feel good about. And stuff like this actually makes me feel really, really good about playing this game. It's awesome that stuff like this exists, in my opinion. I feel like I need to stop saying "in my opinion." It's kind of obviously my opinion. Like I'm talking. My job is to yap here. It's probably my opinion. That's just like the aftershock of the JMod arc, where I had to, when I was a JMod, I had to say "in my opinion" before and after everything I said. I felt like I did anyway. Hourglass Crocodile. Also, we're keeping this on for this kill. I may as well. Everything else we've tried hasn't worked, so. I'm gonna die. No, crit, please, crit. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If I had like a day where like my eyes were tired, maybe from like getting used to new contacts or something, I don't know, random example, I would absolutely roll the high contrast mode. I'm putting it out there. But yeah, anyway. Stuff like that I'm a fan of. Okay, so we have the deer and we have the face. And then we're getting a drop, by the way. Like 100% we're getting a drop. All right, ready? Oh, I missed 100,000 damage? Oh no. Did I win? All right, I don't think I won. I definitely didn't win. But yeah, the way that it works too is anytime, see that page? I would have never known that there was a page there. But what it does is within a range of your character, anything interactable glows in a different color depending on what it is. So if I go to War's Retreat and it's like there are friendlies, they'll be yellow. Like if there are other players, interactable friendly is yellow. And then if I go to an enemy, it'll show up as red because it's attackable. Anyway, cool idea. I don't know who was responsible for making it, but I like that stuff like that exists. Is there a shortcut to enable this? I don't know if it's keymindable, actually. We could find out. Wait, it's actually keymindable? Ooh. Wait, I'm gonna set a keymine for that. I think it'd be fun for like moments where it's like we need to go deeper. Toggle eye contrast mode. So I can just. Ooh, that's really cool. Love that. Good for spotting penguins. Yeah, definitely. All right, let's go again. And then I want to get 26 combat score. Testing out the mutated blood vials so you can deal blood drop. It seems really generous. Yeah, I heard it was really good. I heard people are putting them in PODs and then just going crazy. Oops, did not mean to start the instance. That's okay. But yeah, anyway. I should overload before Pup says something. No, Pup would never say something. Is normal mold a play to farm numbing roots on an iron? What are you farming them for? It probably is. I'm just calling into question, are they needed for some solo hard mode weeks? Maybe they are. If you're going for your first attempt at solo hard mode, I don't want to say consider not using them, but you definitely don't need them. Not needed, but they make P10 level spooky. I guess it depends what week you're going for. Maybe for some weeks. But usually, the place that I would always use them is for Vit phase, if you get bleeds. P10 and 11, you should be able to losslessly clear every bleed, because it's just escape, freedom, escape if you want to. Not saying it's like an unreasonable idea, but if I was an Ironman and I didn't love the giant mole, I'd be looking for ways to avoid that grind, and I don't think they're needed for 10-11. Did I win? Do you see Cave Nightshade is viable to farm now? No! Wait, can I do it? How do I do it? How do I do it? Where do I do it? Can I do it now? No, I'll do it after this. I'll do that after this. Okay, wait. Hops and Nightshade. Yeah, where do I plant it? Do I have to plant it in a cave? I don't have a Nightshade seed. No! There's a cave Nightshade patch? Do you have any cave Nightshade seeds? I planted all my grapes earlier today. I had so much fun doing it too. It's for weapon poison. GM. Hello, fan of toucans. Wait, sorry, fan of toucans. That's ice. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, that makes actually a lot of sense. Because here's the thing. I forgot that you changed your name to that. And then you were in here the other day and you were being real friendly. And I was like, wait a second. I must know this person from somewhere. Turns out I know him from my nightmare. You know, I was flipping through the Hardcore Iron Man movie. Like my magnum opus of content creation. My magnum opus is tainted. Hold. My magnum opus is tainted by... Hold. I'm getting there. Bro, what is that emote? That's gonna always be there. It's a 14-hour-long video. So many things had to go wrong for this to happen, too. Because it means, one, I didn't review the video thoroughly enough. Two, editor thought it was funny enough to enlarge and include. And three, IceCloud was able to do that and get away with it. I can't believe it. I honestly, it's just egregious. Now, I hope you're doing well, Ice Cloud. I actually, what I was thinking of doing, this is something that I've learned in my days, is sometimes censoring something actually makes it seem even worse. So like, if I were to take that exact instance and use like the blur tool to like blur it out, it would go from looking like a sus Twitch emote to looking like a war crime. And I found even for like curse words, a lot of the time now, when I censor a curse word, I'm censoring it in a way that you can still tell which curse word I used. Because in the past, I would run into a situation where I would censor it, like I'd cut it really, really clean because I wanted there to be no mention of a curse word. And it makes it seem like I'm like, I'm saying things that I'm definitely not saying. It like actually makes it worse. So yeah, anyway. I've learned, do not blur the emote. Yeah, exactly. It actually just makes it 100,000 times worse. Forgot I have a few cameos in the videos. Yeah, so here's a question. Do you want me to change all the really, really sus Ice Cloud commands? Do you want me to change them into fan of toucans? Well, no, because then it wouldn't make sense. Because, yeah, no, it can't be. It can't be. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Stupid suggestion. Yeah, you're in a lot of videos. You're also in the, Oh, that was bad. I remember when I cast Xanac into the fire, and you were like, I wish that were me. That definitely made it into a video. Those commands are fabricated? Yeah, are they lies? Oh. So I'm allowed to do a rack tracker with picture-in-picture watching The Office, but I blurred it with YouTube Blur? Oh no! Pup! Brother! That's really funny. Yeah, no. I still do use the blur tool for sponsors. Like if I do a stream sponsor and they're not paying to also be a YouTube sponsor, you get the blur treatment. Because I think they think I won't do it, but I will absolutely blur it. There is no free promo around these parts. I love that I just left my Sunshine to Omnipower. Like I walked out of my Sun for one game tick and it was to Omnipower. Any titles? Oh, we are witnessing a weather event. Oh no. I gotta close my window. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Everything's fine. Okay. I was like, wow, is my house shaking? Blows are also a viable source of congealed blood, 2.5k an hour with 0x of the necropots. Beautiful. Nice. I actually left one of my windows a little open, but I don't want to start an electrical fire, so, you know. We keep it a little low-key. Hi, Ryan. Any drops? Not a single drop yet. Not one. There's somebody who's tried walking in another sun to cast every ability to try to get the last stick of sun with anything. I believe it. You're gonna get a drop now? I hope so. What? Wait, you'll get one now. Are you talking about a drop or are you talking about an electrical fire? Context clues. I got nothing. Never been my strong suit, that. There we go. Client crash while it wasn't a computer? Yeah, pup, you didn't hear? That's the new anti-AFKing measures. The fix is in. Yeah, so in the TOS now, you know what it reminds me of? It's like, it wasn't Netflix, but it was a company that was bought by one of the big TV show companies. And they had a technology that basically turned a camera on at all times. And if your eyes weren't staring directly at their advertisements, it would pause them. Imagine RuneScape did that for AFKing. It's like, no, you gotta be cams on. Yeah, how dystopian is that? I mean, to be fair, I have Netflix with ads because I am not paying $17.99 a month for Netflix. Ain't no freaking way. If you tab out during the ad pauses. It can like tell what tab you're clicking on. Although there is kind of a market inefficiency with my Netflix situation, which is that I have the Netflix with ads. But my wife has the Netflix without ads that she pays for. So when we're watching shows together, whenever I get an ad, her show just pauses. So she kind of still... I don't know how efficient it is. That's all I'm saying. Use a simple trick to avoid paying for Netflix. It's extreme levels of piracy. Huh. La Monkey and La Cat. All right, let's go. Oh my god, my rot was so late. What in the world? What happened? Ooh. Whew. You know what's crazy? That actually could have been a one cycle too. If I G-staffed earlier, it's okay. Okay, so we got person sitting and horse. Dude, why isn't the person sitting on the horse? That's what I don't understand. I don't know. If I was there, banished to the Shadow Sands, with a horse right next to me, I'd be sitting on the horse. Surely that's where they're meant to be. All right, Nakatra. What do you got for me, madame? I got nothing again. That's crazy. I can't believe that. I'm going again. Wait, exclamation point persona is a command? Bro, I gotta do a cleanup. We gotta do a spring cleaning of commands. Do you lose money if people skip the sponsor segment of video? Okay, so sponsors come in a number of different formats. In general, though, no. But when you have a sponsor, you're not allowed to say that. But no. So generally speaking, sponsors for YouTube come in two formats. Either they are a flat rate. So like I worked a lot with NordVPN. That was in general a flat rate. So we're going to pay you this much for a 60-second ad space on your video in the first 10 to 40% of your video. Okay? So for that, if you skip it, it doesn't matter. It's already been negotiated. The one thing is, though, the one impact it does have is obviously if people use the code and sign up, then they will use that data to choose to re-sign you or not. So Like using a sponsored streamer sponsor, it doesn't directly give them money most of the time. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it's commission, but usually it doesn't, but it allows for a longer partnership. But yeah, sorry, for YouTube, either you do flat rate or the other format for YouTube is it's payment per conversion. So they might pay a lower amount or nothing sometimes. And then every conversion is X dollars. So it's someone from an eligible country using your code or whatnot. So a good example of that would be like HelloFresh. They work on conversions. As far as I know, there is not a single company like YouTube sponsor that can track if people are skipping it and that affects the partnership negatively. So yeah, no, feel free if you know, be my guest. There might be like indirect consequences of like if everyone skips every ad read, then people are likely not buying the thing. But yeah, in general, that's how it works. I will also always disclose. A lot of the times in contracts, you're not allowed to say like how much you're being paid or whatever. Or what the specific terms are, but I'll always disclose the kind of contract it is. Oh no, oh no, oh no, guzzle, 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 become the goat. You were always meant to be. I did it. Hi, Luca, thank you for the raid, I appreciate it. I hope you had a good, Masket Sand? I hope you had a good stream. I'm about to use that on, I'm about to use that bad boy on Bloodvelds to make chat angry. What do you think? Right, I need a Manscaped partnership. So, okay, I actually had a deal with them in place like 5 years ago. And it fell through for the stupidest reason on planet Earth. Do you know why it fell through? Because I have a fairly family-friendly channel and audience and whatever. Also, like, I don't know. I speak a certain way in my videos and my streams, whatever. Basically, what I'm getting at is they walked because they told me under no uncertain terms, the only thing that I had to do in my ad read is they said that they wouldn't work with me if I didn't say the word balls. I was like, I mean, what? Anyway, and I just like, I don't know, I wasn't comfortable with that. I was like 20 and I was brand new to full. I was like, I feel a little weird about that. Now, I mean, if it was a good product, obviously, and whatever else that I'd need to try it and figure all that out, but like, I'd be open to that now. I don't care as much now, but oh my God. How are kills going? They're going really well, Luca. We're doing like almost 5 an hour. Do you have this functionality to track most viewed parts of a video? So I assume it's technically possible. It is, but they're usually paying you per conversion and not paying you per click. So they usually look at how many people watched your video, and then they'll look at how many people clicked on the link / bought the thing. When's the GM arc? I don't know yet. I think I'd rather do mastery arc on my hardcore before I do a GM arc on my main, and then maybe by that time there's enough power creep that I can get GM without wanting to stab pins in my eyes. But we'll see. But yeah, no, genuinely, like they literally approached me, reached out to me, sent me an offer. Usually as well, I say this to streamers because people ask me about sponsors and stuff. This is the only time in my life where I wasn't able to negotiate. But you can almost always negotiate. And the reason you can always negotiate is this. The thing that costs the agency the most money is acquiring people to do the partnership. So like, let's say you've got a deal in place with like NordVPN. NordVPN is not approaching you. They've hired a third party to find X amount of streamers or creators of X size to do the partnership with, right? They're paying a lot of money for a third party to do that. The third party is then going to send 1,000 streamers an email, and because they're streamers you're talking about, they're going to hear back on 8 of them. And then of those 8, 4 of them it'll be a good fit. So you spend a ton of time and a ton of resources just getting that contact point and getting that conversation. So because of that, it is always cheaper, better value for the brand to make concessions on the offerings or on the money in order to retain the dialogue and the partnership. So other than the Manscaped incident, there's not been a single time where I haven't been able to negotiate. It's good practice too. Sometimes it's, I can ask for more because my usual rates are this. A lot of the time, people have stipulations where they say it needs to be in the first 30 seconds of your video. And I'm not screwing up Nathan's cinematic intro. So you can usually negotiate and say, how do you feel about it being in the first 40 minutes of the video? Or sorry, the first 40% of the video. Or the first 30% or whatever. That's a really common one. The other one too is on length of time. Usually you're being paid for between, you're either getting a 60-second or a 90-second ad read. Occasionally 30, but it's usually 60 or 90. But you can usually negotiate that down too. Something a lot of brands do as well to scam creators, I would call this a full-blown scam, is they will give you talking points, things they want you to bring up. Generally, brands I work with don't, because I like the freedom to be able to talk about whatever I want and make whatever I want. That's just how I personally roll. But a lot of brands will give you talking points. And what they'll do is they'll pay you for like a 45-second ad read, and then they'll give you 3 minutes of mandatory talking points. And they know that to try to squeeze in all the talking points, they're basically scamming you into a longer ad than they're paying for. Very scummy. A lot of people do this. Like, I would say 30 to 40% of brands that sponsor YouTube creators do this. So what I always do is I make the ad read at the length that is negotiated. So if it's 45 seconds to 1 minute, I'll make them a 59-second ad read. If it's missing half of the talking points or whatever, I will send them my draft and I will say, oh yeah, by the way, let me know which sections of this you'd like me to cut out to make room for the talking points I didn't hit. And without fail, every single time, they say, oh, actually, it's no problem. That's perfect. Good to go. So, yeah. Anyway, that's a trick that I learned. Don't let them pull a fast one on you. Is there a meta of stretching videos 10 minutes? My videos are like 45 minutes long. I have no idea. I don't really think so, though. I think there was like a decade ago because you didn't get ads. You didn't get mid-rolls unless the video was over 10 minutes. So that was when people would put blank space at the end of their videos to get it to 10. Yeah, I think it used to be a thing, but I don't know. I honestly don't look at it that granularly. Like when I'm tracking if a video did well, I don't even look at like how much money it made. I don't compare the different lengths to different ad rates or anything like that. I look at subscriber growth and I look at viewership and I look at the number of likes as well. Those are like the 3 things I personally look at. I am gonna die. I didn't crit. Bro, I summoned a fresh Calg and still didn't crit. It's crazy. Nowadays it's 8 minutes for mid-rolls. Yeah, Luca, is it? Allegedly? Is it? No, that makes sense. Am I going for everyone's shards? Well, I need to get shards in general. Where are the glasses? I actually flew to India yesterday after stream and got LASIK. We're recovering really well. No, I am currently trying contacts because I think I gave up on them too easily last year, 2 years ago. Double Omni? Double Wild Magic? I'm not critting at all, though. See, Magic has so much RNG layered on top of other RNG that I can have a double Omni, double Wild Magic, and it's still bad. It's like playing D&D where you've got like a secondary roll, like a saving roll, where I roll a 19 on the persuasion, but then they hit their saving throw, so I got bungled anyway. Except with crit chance. I can sell you one if needed. Wait, an eye surgery from India? I don't trust myself to not poke myself in the eye repeatedly. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I am genuinely not even gonna admit to you how long it took me to get my contacts in. I honestly think it's better untold. Like an absolutely staggering amount of time. Like honestly, like you probably could have edited the Zuck video in the time that it took me to get my contacts in today. That India story was believable given your JMod money. See, the irony of that is the whole point of going to India for it is to save money. I think that's how it works. I think it's the same reason people go to Turkey for hair transplants. They have dedicated hospitals that like just do that, and even over the cost of like flights and whatever, it's still way cheaper to do that than to... You're gonna sell me a shard? Interesting. I think I have all the shards that I need on my main account. I think. I mean, I don't have like Fasoa or EZK. But that's gonna be a wait and see moment for me, I think. Something I do like about the rot here is like, there is a definitive risk. And I actually really like that. Like if you want to Omni, but it doesn't crit, right? Then you can end up dead. That was almost a one cycle without a wand reset, by the way. I'm getting better. All right, boss. We got face and we got little crab. Okay, ready? Omni. Wand. Glow. Wow, I actually can't believe I'm glowless. I was really starting to believe. I don't know what led me to believe, but there was more believing than maybe there should have been. What's the item above the chaos runes? That is a portent of life. I need 90 construction to put my sign of life on my or my defense cape on my armor stand. I'm currently 89, so I'll be 90 in like the next week. Dude, 11 vital sparks, 7 moonstones, cursed damascus sand, a bunch of onyx dust. I will say this, for all the talk about how like the comments here are bad, I actually feel like the comments here are probably not bad. They're probably just like average. It's reasonable. I think you need to go rub Wazzy for luck. Okay, phrasing. Definitely phrasing. Okay. If I want 26 combat points. What would be a good way to do that? Yeah, there are a lot of bosses I've done 0 of, to be honest. Go get Reaper Crew, basically. Ooh, Pup is doing Sanctum. Okay, let me temporal. Let me just go down the boss list and just kill bosses I haven't killed before. Yeah, that's definitely the play. Special bonus points if it's a boss that I'm interested in too. Enable hard mode. Surely I get a bunch of stuff for my first hard mode Glacier kill. Surely. Yeah. So basically what I'm doing right now, team, is I am 25 combat score. $26 combat score, sorry. From getting additional marks of war every hour. So basically... yeah, that is extremely worth me doing, and we're finishing it off right now because I don't even want to go back to Nakatra or whatever without having it. Hard mode Vindy, yeah, honestly, good call. I don't know. I'm just assuming there are lots of achievements for a lot of these bosses. Like, I'm assuming Glacier has a lot. I could be wrong, I guess. But I'm sure there's something for killing Glacier in hard mode. Maybe for, like, not getting hit by stuff? Maybe? I just diverted at 100 adren? So you blocked a dangerous attack. I can't judge. I don't even own divert. I'm not even a divert owner. Oh, no, I missed prayer flick. Surely there's no combat achievement for prayer flicking, right? I'm gonna laugh if this isn't even a combat achievement. What if this isn't even one? No, surely it will be. Ready? What? It wasn't even a combat achievement? Okay. I may have picked a bad boss. Wait, I have to go farming too. Okay, no. Bosses first. You need to go to 500? Okay, well, no. That... Carapac. I could do, like, lightning wally Carapac things. I could just kill Raksha once. Surely killing Raksha once will work. I'm so close. And then we can go to the Vindicta land if we want to. I already failed. Oh my god. Okay. So, Raksha without missing a prayer flick, yes? Wait, what's perfect Raksha? Don't miss a prayer flick and don't get hit by anything? Kill all pools? Oh, well, I don't have, I might not have the right combat style for that, but I can try it, I guess. I bungled it. Is there one for not moving during the rockfall? There definitely is a don't move during the rockfall one. Do you guys think I could get a skip? Okay, because if I'm not moving during the rock fall, how am I going to clear the... I didn't think this through, chat. What? This might be the least perfect reaction kill ever. Nah, everything's fine, alright? I can see why I did the reaction grind. Well, you maybe you did it because... Oh my god, I should have gone for a skip, dude. I actually should have. I had the damage. May as well switch to unorthodox, yeah, because I'm that close. Yeah, but what's the timer for, like, elite? Surely I could be elite. It's 2:45? Oh, shoot. Is it actually? I don't think I'm gonna get that. Well, maybe I will. No, I definitely will. What did I get? I got a bunch of random things. Okay. I didn't get any of the good ones, but I did get a bunch of random... Alright. What's my combat score? I'm 8 off. Alright, I'm going back. I'm gonna go be an elite Raksha killer. No, I don't think I need a carry. I think I'm fine. I think I'm okay. I got a little flustered by all the mechanics, you know? Oh my god. Okay, bad start. But also this time I'm not going to AFK for like 11 years in the middle of the kill. We'll be fine. Oh my god. It's fine. Team, I'm not hitting at all. My hit chance is 81%, and I'm not overloaded. No, it's okay, it's okay. We clutch those. I'm gonna overload now. Don't, let me cook. Let me cook. All right. I missed a prayer flick. Hold up. So, remember earlier in the stream today how I was talking about how I'm like such an underrated PVMer? I'm about to prove it. I'm going the wrong way. I'm out of run energy. It's fine. Can you imagine if this kill makes me the elite speed killer? What are y'all gonna do if that happens? It definitely won't. No, it definitely won't. I think the overload costed me a little bit. I think the overload costed me a little bit. It's also not Volned. What are you doing? I don't know. I also can't see, and I think Nakatra was kind of hiding how much I can't see, because it's actually close too. That's the crazy part. All right. We go again. Why does he do Calfight King? I guess I could. Now, I just want 8 combat score. But yeah, the other thing too is like, what if I get a divert, right? I mean, I could have done... I mean, I guess I've got all the ED2 ones, yeah. This is not a good showing. Okay. All right. Okay, nice. This has been better. Pup was too engrossed by watching me not know what to do at Raksha. Died to a Nephthys. I actually do wonder if I should have Sunshined here. Maybe I should have. Yeah, it's probably fine. There's an achievement for not activating Shadow thing on last phase? Oh, really? Okay. Because to be fair, I could probably do that. No, I missed a prayer flick. Oh my god. How is it actually possible that I'm this bad, dude? I'm being very serious. Okay, well, I am gonna get the elite speed killer though, at least. At least I'll get that, but unlucky. All right, boss died, I didn't. I got soul runes and I got the elite speed killer. All right. How much combat score do I need? I need 4. Okay, so I gotta do a different elite task. Surely we just go pick a different boss and kill it. Or don't miss the prayer flicks. I honestly, I am not seeing the best right now. So I am going to not. I mean, I could. Surely I just solo Alpha King. Surely. We wait in Death's office? I'm not going to die soloing Kelvai King. I'm a super grandmaster tier. I already failed one. PVMer. Ooh, we got some melee phase action. Okay. I should not have used the bleed there, but it's fine. Okay. I might take this green just to show you guys that I know what I'm doing. Oh, the boss died. Okay, I was ready, though. I was ready with my freedom. Okay, that was like 11 achievements. Nice. Wait, what did I even get there? Beetlejuice, feat KK, and achievement 4 without anyone dying. Charging up. Don't get hit by a charge. Don't be hit by a burrow. Solo KK. And then, congrats, you've now reached a new combat score milestone. Nice. Okay, so I can pick the Rax rotation. I can get extra marks of war for the PVM I'm doing. Cool. That's all I wanted. That kind of felt like a bit of a fraudulent KK solo, though. Who goes KK on their own? Well, people who want combat score, apparently. And now I am 679 from tier 4. Makes sense. Yeah, definitely makes sense. Didn't realize you couldn't pick Rax rotation. Yeah, I mean, there was kind of no need to, because we kind of partially at least retired from Rax. Not fully, but partially. Okay, team. I want to check out the Cave Nightshade spot. I'm so curious about this. Dude, I actually really like what the new seeds look like. Okay, so there's apparently a brand new Cave Nightshade patch that is fantastic for ironman. Don't you mean your room? Okay, that's so mean. That's so hard. What? I go outside frequently. It's always been there, but it's 5 times better now. Let's find out. Do people not like the new seed colors? I think most people are either like neutral or this is cool about the new seed colors. Where's the patch? The west side, but in Draenor. Okay. Ooh, okay. Nightshade patch. So how many would I get if I harvested this with a Wolpertinger? Is it like a lot? This patch is 20 years old. Yeah, but now it's actually worth using because the rates got like 5x'd. I'm here for the 5x rates. The other thing I'm hyped about is we planted grapes for the first time, like grapevines, and I wanted to see how these were changed because apparently these were made way better. But what about them was made better? Is the XP good? No. Is the harvest more plentiful? What? It's glitching. So how many grapes am I going to get from this? Is that it? You get 435? And then I hit it again? Oh, you don't need to have planks every time. Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've done them before. I used to do them on my hardcore, like grapevine runs, and they were very annoying. So I just stopped playing the game and started training necromancy. And then my ghost did all my healing, so I didn't need bruise. Yeah, that's actually very cool. Good change. Was there anything else changed farming related? Not really. Just those main ones. It used to heavily skew towards Zamarok. Oh, so do you think Super Brews are going to crash? That's interesting if so. Yeah, this seems good. Hopefully penance powders crash too. I don't think that would have been impacted by today's update, unfortunately. Oh my god, look at the output. That was a lot of grapes. 10, 10, and 8? Okay, let's go to Sears. Needs a patch bomb. This feature is normal, but sponge fix it and work at the patch bomb. Ah, nice. I wonder if a bunch of the like random farming tick nonsense is no longer a thing too. Dude, this is such crazy pathing. Are you kidding me? All right, whatever. Damn, that's awful for the skilling economy. It's too soon, Mark. No, but I am skilling. I am skilling. Bro, is that Iron Man using a Grace of the Elves for a farm run? Or a porter? That's crazy. I can't imagine the level of wealth you must have. You may be the greatest of all of us. Ooh, I'm out of Juju farming potions. Uh-oh. All right, I might have to ask the group for some at some point. I mean, for right this second, I think it's fine. You don't think powders will drop a bit? Oh, yeah, because they don't disappear on death. True. Yup. Yeah, that will actually make a big difference. That's Mark's GIM. I was going to hit him with the who, but no. Very cool. Portering is lazy if it can be noted or herb bagged. I never thought to bring a herb bag to a herb run. I don't know why. Wait, does the actual herb in the patch look different too? I think it does. Oh, that's really cool. Not to be that guy, but I actually feel like this update was bigger than it, you know? It says pick Avanto and not pick random ass herb. Yeah, this was a big update. Like, not big from like a wow, this changes everything stance, but like I actually think it definitely made farming significantly better. And it cleaned up a lot of stuff. I might send Sponge a message and be like, you cooked. Yeah, really cool. Makes you enjoy a mundane element of the game better? Yeah. Especially for like something like a farm run that so many people feel like they have to do. Not like as much as a main account, I guess, but I mean, even as a main, you want your Crux favor. As an Iron, it's like farm runs are pretty backbone, so farm runs being more fun is great to me. That's a really nice update. Do I not have Pyroclast? I'm using Ultra Compost. The Ultra Compost has been planted. Mains don't care about Crick's favor anymore. Oh, because they don't need the thing anymore. Yeah, that's a good change too, to be honest. That never should have been a thing. Ooh, should I get the next plant power? I guess I should. I don't think I need make sense or quick sense. Buckets all the way down would be good too, but yeah, no, surely I just buy it, whatever. Surely we start buying stuff. I don't have the blue seed. It's 15 minutes at thieving. I will give you one hint. It is on the screen right now. The reason why I don't have it. My thieving level is 68. Do we all buy correct server the instant growth pots and beans I get from buying animals at Max Beans? I think that's the dicer that hates farming. That's what that person does, but I don't think that's what everybody does. Anyway, I'm going to throw these Aventos straight into storage, I think. Because we may as well. I'm going to Catherby too. Get Bountiful Harvest for your grapevines. How much extra... Wait, how much Crux Favor does it cost? Because that could be my next upgrade. Why am I going this way? I'm open to it. I'm super open to it. 50% more. Wow. Okay. That's actually really sick. I mean, I don't know that I need to start doing like actual grape runs on this account. I've barely started using regular brew flasks, but yeah, that's nice as an unlock. You know what account I think needs to start doing more farming with this update? Mr. Tall and Manly, I think, should get some Super Guthix rests. How do you make a Super Guthix rest? Is it a regular Guthix rest plus the grape? It probably is. That was a stupid question. Farm animals can be found while farming? Wait, that's really cool too. Nice. It's Marentil, Hairlander, and Grape. Ironman question. Is there a preferred way of getting Marentils and or Hairlanders? Oh no, bank space. Seeds from fetid zombies. Alright. I mean, that's not insane of a thing to do, I guess. Vine super for Marentils. That to me is crazy. Wait, I'm gonna check and see, actually. First, let me grab the Grim and the Reaver Ring and put them in storage, because people probably want to use those, and I'm not PVMing. Okay. I have 100 Marentil seeds and 16 Hairlander. Okay, 16 Hairlander is not too bad. But you know what I was going to do? I was going to log into Tall and Manly. Because I think, like, obviously, we're going to the... At some point, we're doing a Tall and Manly Combat Mastery arc. Okay, maybe not from the Legacy Interface mode. Bro, I look like I've been hacked. There we go. Oh my god, the margins on this... on the hardcore game screen are wrong. Oh, that's brutal. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, nice. Okay, so let's actually see here. I have 2,800 Sardoman wines. Okay, so I have 50 Guthix wines. Okay, so I probably need Guthix wines for Guthix grapes. Because for Combat Master, I probably want Super Guthix rests. I have 110 Marentils. It's 400 Marentils. 2,400 hair. Dude, Tall and Manly is actually goated. So all I need is the grapes. And then ready? Y'all ready for the grape dimension? Hold. Pause, champ. Dude. It's actually over. It is actually... I'm about to become the best grape farmer this side of the Western world. That's actually sick. 1,300 of them? All right, I gotta do that. Whack those in there. Let me see if he has compost. 53 doesn't feel like that much, but that's fine. Okay. Let you make god statues affect your grape distribution? Oh, that would be so cool. Wait, I actually really like that. I think you may have cooked. You're gonna make the VQA Peninsula look like noobs? The what? Bro doesn't drink Ontario wine? You did not make an Ontario wine joke in the Twitch chat. Brother. That's crazy. Hi, human number 6. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the first message. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Welcome in. There was a huge farming update. So we're just kind of like preemptively checking out some components of it. I'm kind of stoked, to be honest. The one thing I should do though, I think I should teleport to the Crux people. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What? Okay, there. That's fine actually. Is that tall and manly? No, no, no. It's not what it looks like. Do I not have a mystical sand seed? Okay, this account should definitely get one. That's actually insane that I don't have one on this account. I also apparently don't have the camo outfit. Okay. And then it's just Ring of Dueling. Oh, I do have a Ring of Dueling C. That's fine. It's good enough. Client crash mid Keslam? I'm sorry, pup. That's actually insanely annoying. I just wanted to check my Crux favor and see if I'm actually getting double output or not. Because if I'm not, I probably should. Oh, I just buy it. Dude, life is so good. I'm just putting it out there. Tall and manly might be just goated at everything. This is... You know that picture or video of LeBron smiling in the sun shining down on him, and it's like the life is good? That is how I feel about this account right now. That's ridiculous. And then, do I have buckets all the way down? I do. Dude. Unreal. Just absolutely unreal. And then I went super dry at Zammy, so I should have like infinite pyroclasts too. 8,920. I'm dyslexic. Okay, so basically, if I want to do all of the prep for my Hardcore Ironman Master Arc at some point, it would be exceptionally easy for me to do that. I got 1,000 Ultra Compost available. Yeah, this might be the God Ironman setup. That is ridiculous. Oh, yeah, I forgot I used to put my stats here. What's my bean count? Oh, you wouldn't even believe the bean count. Wait, you're right. Instead of waiting and doing farming, could I just ultra grow grapevines until I had like 100 trillion? I probably never need to do a herb run ever again. You're right. That's kind of clean. We like that. We definitely like that. Okay, cool. So yeah, if I want to do farming, I could do farming and like actually just make it a daily run or whatever else. But if I don't, it seems pretty comfortably I can just, yeah. Unreal. Really, really nice to see. What's the fish suck called? It's called the Divine Rod-O-Matic. Yeah, I'm sorry, Papa. That's really frustrating. Okay, team. Well, I think I'm going to call it here for today's stream because I have a whole bunch of stuff I got to do tonight. It is a work night for me, and I've been up since 5:45 this morning, so I feel like it's reasonable to call it at 8 p.m. Get some food. Before I go though, I just want to say a couple quick things. First off, just thank you so much for the fun stream today. I actually had a really, really good stream. One of my favorite streams in the last like couple months because I've been in a bit of a funk. So I really appreciate it. I had a really fun stream. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I would say more likely than not that I will see you guys tomorrow for another stream. I'm gonna find someone to raid over to. Take care of yourselves. Drink water. And I'll see you guys very soon. Take it easy, everyone. Peace. I'll raid over to Legos. I hope you guys enjoy his stream.
Ryan coming in with the